Damn. You're looking good there, Kyle.
I'm amazing. Thank you for the compliment.
Looking all slick with that new haircut, dude. Where'd you go get your haircut?
I get it from my aunt. She's a cosmetologist.
So she cuts hair.
She cuts hair, yeah.
You looking slick, dude. Fresh new haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Bet you the bitches at school be all over that.
Fuck. Ah, boy. You know there's Niagara Falls going on during then, right? Niagara Falls, man, it's just a flood.
So how you been, Kyle?
Busy. That's all it's been, is busy. Work, school, trying to get all my projects, everything done before the end of the semester. You know?
I know. And you want to know how I believe you?
How?
Is because I have not seen or heard from you barely the past, month and a half.
Yeah, dude. That's all I do. I want to make sure that that's getting done.
What made you all of a sudden get super motivated to actually do your work and not lie to Aaron and I about if your work's done or not?
Because my counselor died.
What do you mean your counselor died?
So, Access VR
That's
my
the motivation it took you to do your work?
here's the thing. I've done my homework. You know? I do my homework. But it's just, it was...
Do you, though?
Evan?
You do now, but did you?
Before?
No.
Fine, I'll admit it. No,
You used to lie to Aaron and I about doing homework.
But guess what? I'm not lying. So, you want me to tell you the story or no?
Go.
So what happened was I got a letter in the mail saying that my counselor Maxis died. Now, it's a horrible time. It really is.
Hold on. Is this a counselor at school or is it a personal therapist?
This is like somebody this is for my scholarship.
Okay, keep going.
So she's a lady that says if I go to college or not.
Okay.
So the thing is, she literally told me, like, you can go back to school part-time and show me you can do the work. And you know what? And if you can, I'll let you back. I'm like, okay, so I did. I passed everything. And, yeah. So I'm here right now. In the next semester, it's all paid for and everything. And the thing is, when she died, it was like, I'm like, well, shit, I have to make sure I get everything done. Because in the beginning, it was kind of like... Yeah, I can lean around a little bit, you know? But then when I got the letter about her passing away, I really thought to myself, like, oh my God, I have to see another person.
That's rough.
Here's the thing, because the problem is the next person, you don't know how they are. You don't know, like, are they going to be accepting that you've had problems? They're going to accept that, like, you know, you've had some issues in your life. You know, and yeah, you made mistakes. You're only human, you know? You don't know that with some people. You don't know if they're willing to work with you on that. You know? My counselor was willing to work with me, and I showed that I could, and she let me back. You know? So that's why I've just been pounding at the pavement to get it done. Because I don't know if, like, the next person's going to be willing to work with me, knowing the past and the problems I've had, and just the multitudes of failures I've had throughout the school year. Or my whole school career, you know?
Word.
So I gotta pound that pavement out. I gotta get all A's because I want to show that I'm willing to do it, you know?
I'm proud of you. You seem like you've been doing what you need to do.
Yeah. It's been it's like I said. I go home, I write out articles. I'm right now working on a project for my business management class. I went to this thing so I had a choice for my business communications where I could either do 2 homeworks, which there's only 3 things you need to do in that whole class, which is 2 homeworks and 1 final exam, which is a written 5-page essay. So I had to start on that too. But I finished, so what I did was he said you could either do those, or those 2 homeworks, or you can go to this thing called Toastmasters. And it's about public speaking. And I'm like, you know what, fine. It doesn't hurt, you know, new experiences. So I went with a professor. He drove. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. So I went with him, and I got there. I liked it. And what happens is you're supposed to go to Toastmasters and do a 1-page essay. Well, he said to me on the way back, he said, oh, you did a great job and everything. So what I'm going to do for you is you don't have to write the essay. You already kind of told everyone you thought about it. So... You know, I got 2 A's on 2/3 of the whole class. So instead
that's
of
pretty damn good.
So I mean, I kind of took. I don't want to say it was the easy way out, but I mean it was like, you know, use what you got. You know, don't. Don't make it harder for yourself, right?
You know what this reminds me of? Did you know one of my teachers died?
No.
One of my favorite teachers died the other week.
sorry.
Ronaldo Marcato. He's the man. He's my historical geology teacher. And just like a sweetheart of a guy. He's originally from Puerto Rico, right? This dude is like an actual intellectual. Traveled all over the world. Met tons of different people. Like, he's got photos of people like Rosa Parks and like politicians and shit. Like,
Damn.
Ronaldo was out there. He was in his like 60s or 70s, but just an amazing man. And what made it worse was he adds me on PlayStation. PlayStation, I wish. He adds me on Facebook, right? And of course, obviously, I accepted it. Every day for a while, probably been doing it for years. He owned a plot of land in Puerto Rico where he's from, right? He had a little plot of land that's on the beach, right, with a home and all these things. Every single day he would wake up before he went to work and he would post X amount of days until Pirates Cove, like saying like he's retiring soon. This many days, he would do it every day, and he would have different pictures of his home. Every single day would post 635 more days till Pirate Cove, 634, right? And it's just cool to see someone who's been through so much stuff, someone's worked so hard, you know, just accomplished all these things. He deserved that retirement, and then to see him not get there, it bummed me out. It was when I was in Maine, I found out. When I was in Maine, going to see Jake. Yeah, it's just life's weird. It ends sometimes out of nowhere. But I'm sorry that you lost your therapist.
Well, she was a counselor, but...
Counselor.
I mean, the thing that sucked the most is... I didn't really know her personally, but, like... It was the fact she gave me the chance, and she was willing to work with me, and she understood. That's what really hit me hard. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Well, this went to a really sad turn of events.
Well, on a more positive note, this is Keepin' a G Real podcast. I got Hawkeye, my esteemed co-host.
Yo. Episode 15.
Episode 15.
Damn, it's 15?
The average podcast only makes it, 13 episodes, supposedly?
Yeah.
I got a fan favorite here. We're going to have to do a vote at the end of the year who the, with a whole 50 followers we have watching us, do a vote who the guest of the year is. I feel like Kyle's up there.
Maybe.
I feel like you've been on, you and Anton, or
There's only, top three, there's only been...
There's only been like three or four guests. People. But I feel as though you've been on the most.
Yeah.
And you hands down attributed to some of the most funniest episodes.
Yeah. But
we're gonna get into a bunch of gaming talk lately. Now that Sensor and I have pretty much the same schedule, we're gonna start pumping these fuckers out. We're gonna talk about what's going on in the gaming world, dude. We got new consoles coming out next year. Kyle's gonna give us some reviews on some of these games he's been playing. I haven't played anything new, but I got an awesome game review about a game that's been out for a little bit. That's been revitalized.
Like 20 times? Are you talking about Skyrim?
No. No. Dude, I played so much Skyrim, I don't even want to talk about it. So tell us how Kingdom Hearts was, dude.
All right. So back in the episodes I was on, I was really excited to see Kingdom Hearts 3. It was a childhood game that I played. I liked it. But boy, were there some problems.
And what were those?
Some of the problems were about kind of just the content and stuff. I don't know, because I didn't really worry about like finding all the collectibles and everything, but there was like 8 worlds in total, and I mean, like, everything was everything. I love the animation, but this is what happened. So I have an original Xbox. I don't have like the Xbox S or X or B or 23.
Oh, it's good. You don't waste the money on it.
I mean, I don't really want to buy another fucking Xbox. Like, so so I have it, and the graphics look so wonky.
What do you mean?
Like, you could see granite, you could see like the outlines. I had to go to my TV from probably where the TV here is to like the end of your bed right there. I had to sit while I put basically the sharpness at 0 to even have it look decent. And that really affected my gameplay with it. I really wasn't happy. Like, for me, like,
So it was a visual thing.
It was a visual thing, and...
How was the story and the gameplay?
I felt personally as Kingdom Hearts has this ginormous like storyline, and the problem is
And fan base.
and fan base.
It's
yes.
like it's like the equivalent of the Slipknot fan base in the rock and metal world.
But the thing is, though, from what I remember, from playing it, it instantly stops from one of the games called Dream Drop Distance, where and I've never played the game. I had to look it up and everything, but the amount of people that I saw were like, what the hell's going on? Like, why is this character like so already like enveloped? Why did he lose his powers already? And as much as I want to say like, yeah, that's good and everything, let me try to get my brain a little fixed, because it's like it's bouncing everywhere with this.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I played it and I'm like, well, I'm gonna have like 3 playthroughs of it, and I'm like, I played the first one and I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed. I felt like the third one didn't really live up to its name. They brought all the characters back and everything. A little spoiler warning for you. They brought everyone back, but I felt the game was rushed. That like 2 of the worlds was Tangled and Frozen. And in those worlds you played in,
Corny ass worlds.
Let it go.
Let it go.
the thing is though, you didn't really interact with the characters like with Toy Story. What it was more of just a movie. Like you played through it, and and whoever knew the thing, it would be the movie. And so that was kind of it. I would give it, if I had to give it a review, I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
I was about to ask you that. 7.5 out of 10. That's lower than I thought.
Yeah,
that you would
unfortunately,
give it.
like
So you're disappointed in it.
It was kind of disappointing. Yeah, I mean, like the big thing for me was the Keyblades. Now, that's the weapon that the main character uses. Shut up.
Yeah. Key to that snatch. Nice, boy.
Of course you'd say that. But I was kind of like, my point of view on it was there was only like 8 of them, and the whole thing that brought me into it was kind of weapon designs and everything. And that's kind of the aspect I didn't like. And the end boss and everything, it wasn't that fun. I felt like it was just so dragged out and it was so like boring. It could have been like one fight and it's over. Or like, but the thing is, it's more of a to me, it's more of a cinematic experience than really a gaming experience, unfortunately.
See, that makes more sense. But that's even worse, in my opinion, because it's like all these grown-ass dudes out here playing it for the cinematic, like, fucking, it's like kids shit.
I won't lie. I when I first saw that title screen, I was like, I had a tear.
Why isn't there no Land Before Time in there?
Land Before Time? I don't know. Because
how awesome would that be? Just fucking little foot, just fucking, he's all grown, just fucking run, motherfucker.
There was, you could play Simba's World but in the second one, but that's the problem. I feel like everyone wanted it to be the second one, because the second one was so good.
Now I know how Mufasa must have felt when he got hit by the stampede. my friend recently got septum surgery done, right?
Oh,
and he was all gassed up, and they woke him up, and he's high as a kite. And they go, "Yo, Kev, how you feel?" And Kev's like, "Oh man." And he just looks at everyone and goes, "Now I know how Mufasa must have felt when he went through the stampede." Yo, that shit was fucking funny.
Dude, that's funny.
You said you had another game you wanted to talk about. What game was that?
What was it? I'm trying to think. I think it was that one. And
there was something else you were playing, I thought.
I'm thinking. It's it's kind of sad. Destiny. There we go. Destiny.
So what about Destiny? You've already played it a bajillion times.
Yeah. I want to compare it to Division. I don't think it was like a review.
Oh, yeah, we were going to talk about the Division.
About that in Division. Like,
well,
it wasn't a couple...
hold on a sec. Let's kick this over to Hawkeye.
I'm not...
You played it?
I'm
you
level
played
29, but I haven't... It's mindless, huh? I don't...
Oh, if the D's is watching.
I'm level 29.
That's just going to be the doghouse.
I don't even play with them, to be honest. I've leveled up all by myself. Well, not by myself, but... D's was 30 before I even bought the game.
Yo, D's blinked and he was level 30.
It's literally like the first one, though, so I guess can't be mad.
Yeah, right, dude. They changed so much stuff to it, dude.
Actually, they changed a few things, but it's like...
Like what?
I don't know. Like the,
I don't
like
know.
they made it simple. Like attachments, you craft them once, and then you have them for every gun forever.
Seriously?
So you don't have to. So you don't have to.
That kind of takes out a little bit of grind.
Have you
so you
played
don't have
it?
to
No.
find attachments.
Oh.
Once you unlock all the blueprints, and you have everything you need. You just if you get a new gun, you just craft it, or you take it off your old gun and put it on the new one. But I don't know.
Oh, it's Neo. That's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, well, let Spencer finish.
Yeah, my
what
bad,
else?
my bad.
What else is new in it?
New setting. I mean, there's not. I don't think there's anything really different. You run
Washington.
around
So
the
it's
streets.
very, very similar to the first one.
Yeah, you run around. There's sky. I mean, it's a little bit more open because obviously New York City's.
The map
Crowded,
looked
but-
cooler. I'll say that.
Yeah, I haven't really. I don't know. I haven't really gone through the dark zone yet.
What do you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't think I should rate it. I don't know. I haven't
You haven't
really,
played enough.
yeah, when I'm playing, I'm just doing
on a scale from pineapple to D's. What do you think?
But when I play it, I'm literally just like grinding missions. It's like I don't know. These like talks about the story. Like get out of here, dude. There's no, there's no story.
Since when does D's care about a story?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Oh man.
I don't know, dude. What are your thoughts on the Division? I already knew it was going to be just like the first one.
I'll be honest with you.
I guess it's not a bad.
I thought
thing,
about.
but
I played the beta, and
The beta?
while playing the beta, all I could hear was Aaron saying, "Dude, it's a masterpiece, bro. This thing's the best game thing ever.
Dude.
This thing's gonna prepare us for World War III."
Right now, Aaron is somewhere sitting in the dark corner of his home with his MAGA hat on backwards, his lip like this. Oh, he's
Just-
two inches from the screen. Gotta grind. You know what Aaron told me the other day at school? I go, Aaron, you trying to play some Firestorm? And he goes, Nah, I can't. I'm like, you do anything tonight? He goes, no. He goes, I'm free. He goes, but I'm behind. And I go, behind in what? He goes,
yeah, his gear score.
he's
up.
like Division. He goes, the guys are all ahead of me. I got to get on my grind. I got to catch up. I'm behind, man.
Hey,
I'm like, is this shit like a fucking full-time job?
One thing I give him credit: the first year of updates are all free. So I think they're coming out
That's
with
cool.
Yeah, I'll give
Update.
him
At
that.
least they'll
but
give you something
still.
free for a
there's
60
an update
shitty,
coming out Friday.
shitty ass
I think.
$60
I
game.
mean-
update.
I mean, here's the thing. Before I like to get fucked, I like to go on a date. So I mean, I don't want to.
Little freebie.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, right, dude. It works the other way around nowadays.
They're putting 8-man raids in, which means with squad size is 4, the max squad size. Must be your squad and another squad are going to be working together or something to do raids.
But the
They're
problem
basically
is
just-
now they
they're
gotta
doing-
scale that.
They're doing Destiny. They're basically just doing what Destiny does.
I mean,
It's all the same. They're very
I'll
similar
talk
games.
about Destiny after this. I'll talk about that.
So the other game you want to talk about was Shakiro.
No, Neo.
Oh, Neo.
No,
Yeah, I wanted to play Neo. I still haven't bought it yet. I see it on sale.
Dude, it's so good. Okay,
Is it?
so Neo, I'll show you my character someday, but so Neo,
Give you an idea. Show you the character.
so Neo, when I bought it, it looked really cool because I remember at college some guy was talking about it and he said, "Dude, it's like one of the coolest things ever." And I'm like, okay, so when I finally got my PC, I put it in my wish list. I saw it was like $10. I'm like, I'm gonna cop that real quick.
Did he try to get down your pants?
No.
Oh.
This
Unfortunately,
guy. This
right?
guy graduated. It was his last semester when I talked to him, and I'm talking. And so this guy, he said like, "Oh, it's a really good game," and it looked like Dark Souls. And back then I was a really big fan of Dark Souls, and oh my god, it was a Japanese-based game with a lot of Japanese themes. It had swords. You get muskets, but you get some really cool stuff. Now, there is grind to it, but here's the difference between the grind in normal games compared to this game. In this game, you can fight the same boss over and over and over and over. There's daily missions and everything. You can do PvP, and to be honest with you, PvP is pretty tough. See, like how it works is so you know how like in Dark Souls you can invade other people's worlds and attack them. In Neo, if you die, your ghost is left there. So if you die, somebody can come by and kill your ghost and get the weapons you had. So, dude, I farmed this one ghost for like 3 times for like an hour, man. This guy had like a ginormous thing called Odichia. And Odichia, that's what it's called. And
Well, did ya?
I know I sound like some kind of weeb person, some kind of weeb, you know, like.
A weeb? What the fuck is a weeb?
It's like that anime. I don't know. Some about anime people.
Excuse me, I am an otaku.
Yo,
Please do not.
Kyle, what was that word that you said
Weeb.
on the one episode that the furry say? Is it yib?
I don't want to say it 'cause you're getting mad.
No, I'm not going to
Yif.
get mad. Yif? That's what it was?
Yif,
Yo,
yeah.
that shit was so funny when he said that shit. Remember that episode?
Oh
No,
my
I
God.
don't actually remember.
I don't think
Dude,
you were,
with
there for
us,
that
and
one.
he was like talking about the furries and like the little code word. He's like, "Come yib with me" or "yif with me." I was fucking
Yipping.
cheesing.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I got a little game review
Well, okay.
for all you people out there that are actually fucking know anything about a fucking shooter.
No.
I know shit about shooters.
Battlefield 5 was the actual game itself sucked. And I was so sad. No, listen, I was so sad because Battlefield 1, hands down, is one of the best shooters I've ever played.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a fun
Right?
game.
We got a question real quick.
What's the question?
It's to Kyle, I assume. Ask him if he knows about the Rakari blade.
Ricari Blade?
What you know about the Ricari blade, Kyle?
Damn, dude.
We got our first YouTube question.
I have to, like...
From Blue Storm.
Oh, that's my boy. Well, yo, what up, Blue? The Blues Brothers. What up, baby?
Shit. I don't know if I have that weapon yet. I have to find it. Like, I have to look
Yo,
that
Blue,
up.
yo. Shout out to my boy Blue. I can't remember his name on there. It's
Raikari.
Blue, my boy Blue Storm out there on that Fortnite Twitch grind. Follow him.
Ricari, that's what it
Rakiri.
is. Yeah, that thing's fucking awesome.
Well, like I was saying, Battlefield 1 was awesome. Adam and I murdered that shit for months. We would not stop playing that shit, right? Battlefield 5, its game itself was disappointing. Wasn't that good? But hands down, the Firestorm game mode is one of the best shooter game modes I've ever played. That's all we've been playing now. The Firestorm, the Battle Royale mode, is amazing. And there's a reason why it definitely separates itself from a lot of the other Battle Royale games. And it's the fact that, as you guys know, in Battlefield, the terrain is what makes it huge different in combat. You can hide amongst it. You can hide in it. You can hide in the trees, the foliage. You could disguise yourself in the rocks. All these other things, and on top of that, you can destroy the environment, right? And that added component.
Oh yeah, dude.
Into the Battle Royale mode makes it so good.
I was happy
Adam
that
and
you
I have
said Battle Royale, and
we've
I said
already
no.
won a game. I'm waiting for me, Spencer, Anton, and Adam to all be on at the same time.
I'm surprised you and Adam weren't, because we were getting freaking murdered.
Dude, Adam and I murder it. Adam and I have been murdering
It was
it.
funny because me and you.
Yo,
were
what
getting
up, Keeg?
destroyed.
What's Keegan saying?
Yo, just got Battlefield. We running it tonight.
Yo, we are running it tonight. You already know, cuz.
Back to-
Dude. But Battlefield, the fucking Battle Royale mode, it's awesome. And you know another thing? If Josh listens, I don't care. Josh, my first friend of all time, but you could suck it.
Armstrong?
Josh, he literally doesn't like games where you get shot with bullets and actually die. Don't you die fast in Battlefield? Yeah, because when you get shot,
What's he play?
you die.
Oh, Apex.
Call of Duty.
Oh, you die
Wait,
fast. Call of
Which
Duty?
has a new map, by the way, Alcatraz. I told him I'd play it with him and test it out with him, but you get shot, you die.
Wait. So someone's complaining about getting shot
Yo,
by a
Keeg,
gun.
you know what we should do later,
in
Keegan? If you
Call-
could still
in
hear
what?
He
me,
says he'll be on.
we need to do our off-season in NBA if you're going to be on before we play Battlefield. That's what we need to do.
To Blue, I actually got that weapon. And the funny thing is, so I originally got it, but somebody had a purple version, which is the best rarity. So I farmed their ghost, and I took that shit for me. I felt fucking accomplished.
But yeah, shout out to the he says tonight would be perfect. Sweet. Shout out to the new Battlefield game. The Battlefield game mode is fucking dope. Love
Alright,
it.
so
absolutely love it. So let's see what's in the news. We know new consoles are coming out next year. How do you guys feel about the new consoles? I mean, what they've been rumoring. I seen something about how powerful they are. 2.872 teraflops plus a midget.
Hey man, you guys, I'll be honest with y'all, like when everyone talks about consoles, I always think of like the little like mouse and the wheel that's still powering those things compared to like the PCs.
Fuck you talking? Yo, okay, Kyle. Listen, we've already been over this. You and I and Spencer have PCs, but not everyone has PCs. That's why you got to get
The consoles are more practical.
They're more practical
of
for
course.
people. How much did you spend on your PC?
800 by itself.
How much did you spend on your PC?
I don't know. I've had the same one for a while. Just keep upgrading it.
I spent $1,400 on my PC altogether with the monitor and shit.
Yeah, I probably spent a little more than that.
Right, people can't afford
one.
that shit.
Oh yeah, I mean,
All my buddies play PlayStation because they're smart.
like
Unless you're Anton. Pro League. Xbox has got the Pro League.
What's that?
bro, that Xbox.
Whenever Anton and I get into the argument, he's probably watching, but whenever we get into the argument, what's better, PS4 or Xbox, he throws backwards compatibility to me, which doesn't really matter, really. Because I got a PC, and then he throws the fact that Xbox has a Pro League. I go, Anton, there's Pro Leagues for PS4 gaming too.
Yeah.
He's like, Halo's got Pro League.
Call of Duty's played on PlayStation.
That Pro League for Halo.
I'm like, Anton, I don't get it. That's what he'll say.
Halo's dead game anyway. Call of Duty's competitive's dying.
Halo
too.
Infinite, though.
Okay, I'm waiting for the collection. I'm waiting for Halo collection.
Master Chief Collection?
Well, I'm not
So
the new one on
got?
PC.
What we got, Spencer? What are you looking at?
I don't know. I was trying to find news on. I haven't seen anything about the consoles, so I was just looking.
I mean, I bet
Trying to
I'm be
read
honest with
on.
you, they're probably gonna run like 8K graphics with like on 3 different monitors. So like you're gonna need like 2 of them at least. I could see that.
Well, the problem I think is.
All right, let's be on. All right, I'll be real here now. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Like I've been keeping my eye open, but
What were you gonna say, Spencer?
Just like the power like the regular Xbox One has, and then like you compare it to what the Xbox One X has, which is I think it's the most powerful console right now, Xbox One X.
Yes, it is.
It's like I feel like the new Xbox. I don't know if there's a name for it, like Xbox 2 or something.
Scorpio. I don't know.
Scorpion.
But I
that's
feel
what it's
like
called,
if it's not more powerful than the Xbox One or Xbox One X, and it's kind of stupid because I just feel like the Xbox One X is gonna be better. I don't know.
I mean,
See, here's the deal,
than
bro.
the base
Remember,
new
Windows
console.
only- Xbox.
People get carried away with the power shit, to be honest with you, because like every console that comes out is going to be powerful enough to play all the games. Say what
Well, I
you
know,
want,
like, the
but games
Xbox
are
One
the only
X-
thing that matters. What's coming out?
bro, I don't know about you, but
What's
I'm more
coming
into
out?
the. I'm more into that power brick, man. Screw the games. I'm into the power brick.
What do you mean? Yeah, power bricking that ass, boy.
But it's just like I don't know. Then the games come out and they don't look any better. And like how good do games look on console?
Or like how at E3 they show it and it looks fantastic. Then the next time you see it, it's
Yeah,
downgraded.
Division was crazy.
The first one, yeah.
it was like crazy.
Yeah,
difference.
dude, remember that? We thought Division was
remember
going to actually be
D1.
good, and then it sucked.
I remember when Destiny 1 looked like it had an actual like campaign, and then they just screw out the window. They're like, well, Activision's... Hey guys, Activision.
I give Destiny credit, though. That first Destiny game, I got it when it first came out with my PlayStation. Shout out to Jake. He put it on layaway for me back when he was a Walmart cop. Now he's a real cop. The PvP in the original Destiny game was awesome. I grinded the shit out of the PvP.
Dude, I still do D2 PvP.
That's all I played for 2 weeks straight until I got The Last of Us, was just the PvP.
But I think Destiny 2 looks really good on PC. I think.
I have for PC.
Yeah, I have it too. I think it looks pretty good.
Yo, Blue
Division
Storm. Blue, you're my boy, but
trash
Destiny's
Destiny.
trash.
But Division 2 has so many
The
performance
PvP was
problems
good.
on
What'd you say,
PC.
Spencer?
Division has a lot of performance issues. People with brand new computers just having random lag spikes and stutters. So
Like I'll tell you this, for Destiny 2,
Destiny 2 ran good for me when I played it. For a little bit.
here's the thing, my PC isn't as like state of the art as everyone else's is.
Yeah.
And I can run it perfectly, but it just has to be on low. And
Right.
it comes to the argument of like, are you into the graphics or are you into the performance, you know?
Right.
Because I mean, you can go 30 frames per second, but you know, you can't. It's not really all that good. So my thing is, I'm a big PvPer. I like PvP. It sucks because everyone's like, oh, a mouse and keyboard's so good, but I'm like, dude, I still use a controller.
On PC, you use controller?
Yeah, and it's a PlayStation controller because we all know PlayStation controllers are better.
Well,
than
D
Xboxes.
said that when he plays.
Do you get aim assist with the controller?
Yeah, you get a lot more like.
Yeah, I know Fortnite's like that too.
Here's the thing, like for D1, I had over 1,000 hours in that game. I had over 1,000 hours, and I still reminisce about the days when D1 was out because like there was so many ways that it worked compared to like D2, because D2 itself was just garbage. Like when it first came out, I spent like $70 on it for the game of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest waste of money I think I ever did.
Yeah, I bought it too.
I regret it. But
what game? Destiny 2?
Yeah, I bought the
You bought that, Switzer?
Yeah,
I bought the collector's edition. How do you think I feel? And they came out with like 2 mediocre DLCs.
Well, technically I bought the Division 2.
Yeah, with the base version of the game, you couldn't really do that much. It's kind of stupid.
No, it's they came out with like this. They came out with a raid, but the problem with that with Bungie is like the raid doesn't come when the game is launched. You have to wait a week or a couple, and they're like, oh, well, we want to do this when everyone's all geared up and everything. It's like, no, you should not do that, because if I buy a game, I want to see that my product is in the fucking game.
Right.
And I mean, like, there was like a bunch of raids for D1.
Bang bang.
I'll be honest.
Don't you need to get a full party together too?
Kyle.
Don't you need a full party, or can you matchmake it?
You need like 6 people. No, the problem
you
is
can't matchmake it. I don't think.
you can't. You can actually. What's funny is it's called a guide. There's an application where you can go through. Well, you don't actually do a fucking application. You just click on the button or whatever, and you can find a fire team. The problem is that doesn't work.
Right.
Because the problem is for PC, there's a Discord you have to go through.
Oh yeah, I did that. I was in that one trying to get people to do. Strikes or
I did an event today with people that are Randys. I don't like Randys.
Randalls?
BK Randy's.
Well, what happened was they were that's what I call them. They're called randoms. The random people. But Randys were just, I don't know, like, I mean, in D1, I used to run the raids all the time with just a bunch of random people because I knew the raids all the time. But then people started then I just kept dealing with people that were like, how we do this?
To segue, we have a release date on Borderlands 3. Now, like I said, I've only played the first 2 Borderlands in little increments, and I couldn't really get into them. Explain to the folks what Borderlands is about, because you've played them, right?
I'll be honest, I have like 70 hours in Borderlands 2. I have not touched the first one that much, but Borderlands 2 was my shit.
So you liked Borderlands?
Dude, I'll be honest with you.
So before you go into that, one of my best friends, my boy Silvani, a.k.a. Box Cutter, shout out to the Box Cutter.
Box Cutter.
He plays video games, but now that he's married and has a kid and shit, like, he's just all of a sudden lost his man card and doesn't play video games anymore. Still love Cutter. Cutter's my guy. He's a diehard Borderlands fan. Like, I've been keeping tabs of Borderlands just so I can tell him, like, yo, Borderlands 3 is coming out, because I knew it's been coming out for a while, right?
5 years, nothing
so
been
now
said.
so now it's out. Explain to us what Borderlands is about.
Well, it's not out yet.
But explain to us what it is, the lore, all the stuff. Like, what is Borderlands?
So, it's gonna be. I'm gonna try to make this a little. So here's all you need to know: shoot bad guys, loot guns, and rinse and repeat. Now there actually is a story to it all. So this guy named Handsome Jack, and this is only the second one. So Handsome Jack comes through. He's like, so you're on a planet called Pandora. Pandora's a fucking wasteland. So you know the Wild Wild West, like how it's just all deserts. There's portions of that that are like deserts. There's portions like that that have grass. Basically, this planet will kill you. This planet will legit kill you if you're not careful. And the thing that's so appealing to it is the gunplay. Now, for me, that the game was so fun. Like, it added RPGs, RPG elements, it added questing, it added all these cool things.
It takes place in a wasteland, right?
Yeah, it takes place in a wasteland. And you could I'm trying to think, because I'm getting so excited, man.
So, but basically, the game, I'm pretty sure, if I know this right, it's like, it's got customization elements. There's like millions of guns in the game, and it's just like this wasteland gun brawler.
Their slogan is 1 billion guns.
Yeah, the new game, 1 billion guns.
No,
but
the
that
second
means
one did that too.
But that means there's like 5,000 guns with like millions of attachments, and you can change the colors.
You can really never change. I don't know where you got that from, where like you could change the attachments. That's not really how it does it.
All I know is Box Cutter told me that you could customize guns in the game.
Box Cutter, I have 70 hours in the game, and I've never...
Hold on a sec. Before you go on,
I'll tell you.
Box cutter will fuck you up.
I'm not scared.
Box cutter will fucking put the hands on. He'll go back to the college days, St. John Fisher days. He will fuck you up.
God. But still, though, no. I haven't seen any customization. I think what
He's got tribal tattoos, son. That gives him plus 10 punching power.
Oh, God, that's
okay,
funny.
you laugh, dude. And box cutter comes rolling in and fucking
Box
runs you
cutters
over
are
with his fucking Jeep. Keep talking.
I'm not scared.
Okay.
But, no, so, I don't know. So, the customization, what you said was just, there was no customization. There was, how it worked was, you farm for the same gun, which you could do. But the thing is, with the guns, they had special effects. So, unlike the Division, where it's like a shotgun that deals a crap ton of damage, you get like a shotgun that like shoots 12 shots at once.
Like a shotgun that shoots dildos.
Actually, there's I don't think that's what their one is, but I know one of the ones I remember is that there's a sniper that shoots out like that the arrow from Minecraft.
On a side note, Spencer, is this not one of the lousiest games you've ever watched? There are fucking 4 minutes left in the first
Pacers
quarter. They
versus
scored 7
Pistons.
fucking points
The
each.
Eastern Conference, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking trash. But you're excited for this game?
Yeah, I really am. It was like 5 years, nothing was said. Like no one ever said. It's kind of like the developers are so like hush hush about it. Like they never speak. There's never any leaks because it's an actual successful like, game development studio that like makes sure that people can't say anything. Like how D3 has like Destiny 3 has had like leaks. Like one guy on Reddit is saying all these things, and the community takes it as like praise. And the problem is this guy who leaks all this stuff, he's always right. But the problem is though is that it's a leak. You don't know if it's real or not. And people like today, people are saying like, like PvP might be taken out of D3, and people are freaking out like, dude, they're gonna take out PvP? They're gonna take out my PvP, bro? Bro, my PvP?
Bro, my PvP.
I need that shit like that. That's the only reason I play for the game. That's the only reason I play it. And I'm like, that's fine.
You know what you sound like? You sound like every dude that's got a son that loves God of War.
Bro, God of War is so freaking amazing. You need a connection with your son to even play it. You gotta have a son to even buy the game. That's
You're not
a
throwing sons with your
recommendation.
axe in real life. You can't understand this game, bro.
Bro, you need to have a son. You need to have a legitimate son to buy this game. It's a recommendation, or you cannot buy this game.
Dude, that shit's so fucking funny. That game was... Is that game not one of the most overrated games in the history of games?
I'll be honest with you. I want to say yes, I want to say no. But I'm 50-50, only because I like the story of it. I'm a huge I'm a huge mythology kind of guy.
Yeah, I bet.
Fuck off. But other than that, no, it did seem kind of like overplayed. Like it kind of got so built up that everyone's like, everyone was excited, and I understand that. It was the next chapter. But the way they like showed him, he's like, boy. I'm from a land named Sparta. It's like, so the Celtic gods and the Greek gods are like in the same universe? That doesn't make sense. So is there like a boundary with Zeus? Like, is there a place that he can't go? Like, oh shit, I'm next to Finland. I can't go to Finland. Like, oh shit, I'm in fucking
dude, I don't
Europe.
know. It wasn't that good. Switching gears, Spencer, I don't know if you want it. If you want it, I'm thinking about buying it.
Well,
I'm thinking about picking up that new zombie game. The open world one comes out this month.
No. Wait, what?
that one.
The one where you're the biker, Deacon St. John, dude.
Bro,
And they
no
like
way.
the zombie swarm, yeah.
Oh, was
Remember
it
who they
Lost?
passed
His wife,
around?
they probably passed around like a peace pipe, and then they lost her.
What's it called? Lost.
It's like
Lost and Found?
No, hide the sausage. No, it's what the fuck is it called? Days Gone.
Days
yeah.
gone. Days gone. My
I
day
think it
isn't
looks like it's
gone.
good. I've heard that from the things I've seen. It looks good.
Have you tried Metro Exodus yet?
No, but like Metro's one of those games where I'm gonna wait for it to be really cheap. I'm gonna buy it because I know what I'm getting with Metro. The shit they show you is exactly the game, and they're good games. But
I just really wish it wasn't on the Epic Store.
I'm really picking and choosing what I purchase nowadays.
Yeah. If you're gonna use your time, I would try to choose it wisely.
Yeah, like you with your homework.
Yeah.
So what else you got up there, Spencer?
You talked about it earlier, kind of the Call of Duty Blackout new map.
So, like, Josh said something about this. But yeah, I'm probably gonna pick up Days Gone at some point if you want it. If you want to play it, I'll pick it up.
Does anyone know the story of Alcatraz? Or are we all like Call of Duty players?
No, this is a new map. Josh said something to me about it.
Still, do we all know
I
the
seen
story?
a quick glimpse of it,
I haven't seen it yet.
and it just looked like a prison map. But like, prisons aren't that big.
Has anyone played Black Ops 2 Alcatraz map?
No.
Seriously?
Me maybe.
What?
Yes.
Yes, dude.
Yes.
It's not a new concept.
No, but I mean, I seen the map. It didn't look like it was that big to me.
It
I
wasn't.
wasn't too impressed by it.
It really wasn't. But
Fine. There's like a. I want to say, Spencer, that there's a there's a trailer for it, and you see the whole map in its entirety. I'm pretty sure they put emphasis on it being like the map is designed so it's quick and fast and like brutal battle royale. Play that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Paul, yeah,
is this like the battle?
See, look, it's not that big.
It's like a Fortnite kind of thing, where like
No. It's just like it, but it's supposed to be more fast paced. Like you get dropped down, it's just bedlam.
Boy, look at that hair.
All right, Kyle, it's your future ex-wife.
Probably is.
I haven't played Blackout in a while.
I mean, I was impressed, to be honest, by the blackout mode. I was. It was good. I don't like the whole level 3 armor makes you invincible thing.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we had a shit ton of
like-
good times playing it. Adam, Keegan, and I. Anton and Jake. Well, I don't think Jake has it. Jake and I have been playing Apex. How good's Apex, huh?
I haven't played it much.
I like
Yeah.
Apex, but I like the Battle Royale mode for Battlefield better.
Yo, I want to see. The thing is, I'm waiting for zombies because isn't zombies in Black Ops 4? Or they take that out.
No, it's in there.
Kyle, you're a fucking
was it?
nerd. You still playing zombies with the rest of these fucking idiots?
No, I just like I like the story. Okay, leave me. I like the story, man. Not like I bought Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 1 to relive the glory days of the game, you know, and I still play it once in a while.
Yeah, so the map
It's
is
out already, I think.
yeah, it's out already. The map is smaller,
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be more condensed, so there's more action.
Blackout will be free too to the end of the month. For this whole month, it'll be free.
What do you mean free?
Like anyone doesn't have the game, or
Like you don't have to have the game for the month?
yeah, I'm like
Oh
trying
yeah,
on PC
Borderlands
at that
came
point.
out. Borderlands came out with a new like 4K update graphics thing for all their games today.
What is that?
So basically, all the games, because they came out like 2009, they did a whole redo of graphics and how the game worked, and made everything better. I haven't downloaded it yet. I gotta check on it when I get back home.
This
But
passing in this fucking game?
boy, these guys got Butterfinger or something.
But yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the new consoles will actually be out holiday season?
If my console
early
doesn't
next
have
year?
a helicopter in it, then I'm not buying
Like
it.
next Black Friday or something.
They keep saying 2020 is when the consoles are coming out. Do you think they'll come out Christmas time?
If my PlayStation 4 is not able to pilot a G-32 Apache attack helicopter, I will not buy it.
Or suck
okay?
your dick.
When they
Yeah, same.
when they come out normally, like November.
They come out like near
September.
November.
So important things either come out for some reason November or March.
I would think, yeah.
One of the two.
They're waiting till like all the parents get their
Yeah, March is because you gotta make sure everyone gets that tax money, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Mama needs that tax money, boy.
I don't even know if it'll be worth buying. I feel like
What do you mean?
at first, I mean, even the new
Oh, you already know me.
when the new Xbox came out, it
I'm
probably
buying
wasn't
that shit
even,
first.
it probably wasn't even worth buying, to be honest.
Well, it's because it was an Xbox.
Well, new consoles in general, because the same games are on the old consoles for a while.
Yo, she is so fine. I don't care if she's eating food.
What?
Nothing to worry about, Kyle. Fucking savage shit.
But yeah, I mean, there's nothing much to talk about. There hasn't nothing been really
So,
released.
I've heard some rumors, and we talked about it last time Kyle was on.
Mm-hmm.
I heard some rumors that there's the PS5 is going to come out in these bundles where you can get one of 3 PS5s. You get the base model or whatever that comes with games, but you could pay extra for these 3 special edition ones. One of them is supposedly Cyberpunk Special Edition. you get like a embroidered PlayStation. It's like custom. It's like a Cyberpunk custom PlayStation.
It's gonna be like one of
These
them. Like
aren't-
there's a certain collection.
This is just stuff
Not
I've
the
read.
same price, I assume though.
No, they're probably a little extra.
Yeah.
There's gonna be that one. Oh, what was the other one?
Trying to think what other games are coming out.
There was Cyberpunk, and then there was some other game.
Assassin's Creed 35.
No. I forget what it is now, but I heard there was going to be a special edition Cyberpunk one.
Wait, wasn't
Yeah,
the one with the
wouldn't be surprised.
samurai? Remember that
I'm
one
fucking
one?
excited for Cyberpunk.
Didn't
CD
they show-
Projekt Red, don't fuck around. They made the greatest game of all time.
Didn't-
Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. Bang,
Didn't
bang.
they, aren't they? Was there some news that like the game revolves around your choices?
Supposedly.
That's what I mean,
You've watched the trailers on it, right?
yeah. The first ones you showed
It
me.
looks fucking
but
wild. Here's my only gripe with the game right now.
Looks too robot-y.
They put an emphasis on the game is vertical just as much as it is horizontal, right? Like kind of like the Fifth Element. But they better make it so it's actually vertical. Like I better be able to like jump from like floor level down to another floor level
Bro,
and
I'm
like
like
fall to my
Iron Man.
death and all this shit and climb to other levels. Like that flips the script as far as combat. Being able to jump between levels of floors, new cover and shit like that.
Bro, what if like you?
What were
could,
you gonna
like,
say, Spencer?
I was just gonna say, here it's saying that if you fail a mission, like you don't get to you might be able to restart, but you don't have to restart.
You can try again, but it's not like the game's over. You can just go higher.
Or you can keep going. It says you won't get a game over for failing missions in Cyberpunk.
So there's no punishment in Cyberpunk. So I can just do whatever I want then.
Well,
You know what?
Must be if you fail it, the world ends up being a certain way because
You gotta go pee.
because of failing.
By I don't know. What's next, Spence? Because I don't really know much about it.
I have no idea. I don't know much about this game either. I don't even know if I'll play it.
It's opening a merchandise store. What? Can I? Dude, I remember what D2 did was if you got this thing or whatever, they would send, if you got this item or whatever, they send you a code. And it was like a T-shirt you could buy. It was like $77,000. And it's like, and if you got the code, it was like just make the price of 25 something. And I'm like, bro, I wondered how many people like spent $77,000 on this one T-shirt.
Right.
I got a question for Hawkeye. Because it's something I've been noticing after some specific things. Spencer, what are you looking for in a game, dude? I feel like you're so like
I'm not-
unenthused by
I'm not
all
the
these
best person
games.
to ask.
Like,
I'm not
no,
really
but like
gaming. I play.
I have an answer
it's
for that.
been a long time since I've seen you really like
I've
get
played
deep
a lot
into a
of
game.
I've played the games for a long time, but it's only been
Counter Strike doesn't count.
only been a couple games.
Counter-Strike.
Like, what games did you love? Like, what games can you say you absolutely loved? You thought they were a masterpiece. You loved them. You played
You
the
jerk
shit
off
out of
to
them.
'em?
You
What?
beat off to them.
Well, I can name the games I played the most.
What games have you played the most?
Most of the Call of Duties I played a lot, besides the last few.
Yeah, shooters kind of don't count. They're in their own like little thing. Is
Shooter-
there any other
they
games?
can
I would say
count.
PUBG,
Yeah, they can
but
count,
that's shooter.
but- What game? Okay,
Is there any story-driven games you've liked? Spencer's kind of like all over the board. Like Spencer buys everything, tries everything, doesn't play it to its fruition.
Story game. I played a lot of Oblivion. That was when I was.
Oh
I
no!
don't know how old I was, but
Yo,
My,
Oblivion was the truth.
actually, I want to say something about Spence with that. Wait, a thing. I have been in a slump too with gaming, like that. All I've been fucking doing is been playing Minecraft.
Well, you know what this reminds me of now? Here's my next question then, now that you say that, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think the reason why really high-level, like masterful games are few and far between is because Spencer and I have been playing video games since we were kids. Since I was like 5, I've been playing video games.
was
That's
playing
over
video games in
2
the womb.
decades, right? Do you think that the reason why really high-level, amazing games are like few and far between nowadays is because we've just run out of original ideas? Like so many games have been made, you know?
No, I'm gonna disagree with that. You know why? Because
Why is that, Kyle?
people are so stupid that they're willing to spend hours playing Fortnite And they basically are the people that fuel these like game developers. Are like, and
Yeah,
say,
but hold on. Isn't Battle Royale a new idea though?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Isn't Battle Royale a newer idea?
No, let me finish, and I will explain
But-
to you. So when people go and buy these shitty games that are like let's say like fucking Fortnite, because that game's ass, and whoever says anything else,
It's pretty
fuck
bad.
you. You can.
But
fight
yeah, right.
me.
Yo, listen, Blue Storm will come over and put his hands on you.
I'm not
Blue
scared.
Storm plays that.
I'm not scared. He keeps saying.
And,
I'm not
Blue
scared
Storm,
of you.
he'll
I
be
stand
in,
by my
he'll be in
American
and out.
opinion.
By your what?
American opinion. I am a
Blue
true
Storm's an American.
American.
Blue
Yeah.
Storm's an American. What do you think? Blue Storm's from fucking Australia?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. So the reason that here's the thing. What was the really bad? What was the game that you thought was horrible? Tell me.
Oh
Evan.
my god, worst games I've ever played?
Okay.
I've played so many games, dude.
But I'm talking.
What do you
like,
mean? The games that let me down? Games that were overrated?
Games that let you down, like the IP was good, and the IP was a great IP, and then they just shit on all over it.
Okay, games that have let me down. Mafia 3 let me down.
Okay, we're gonna use that as an example. Okay, how many people do you think have bought Mafia 3?
Probably a decent amount. It was
Yeah,
like the best selling
okay.
game at the time.
Okay, so
Mafia 3 wins awards for.
So the thing is, Mafia. So think about this. Mafia 3 has a lot of problems, of course, but it's like this: when people start and when people are like, "Dude, this is the best game ever," yeah, I'm giving this tens and tens and tens. Those are the kinds of peoples who are enabling these companies to just be like, "Oh shit, we'll just do less work," and they'll still buy this shit up.
Well, didn't you say the game ratings are fucking made up?
Game ratings are like,
Yo,
it's
Kyle over here is the inside
oh my-
scoop.
Yeah,
They're definitely paid off.
actually,
Yeah, Kyle was saying
some
that.
of the reviewers are paid off. Like IGN, I shit you not, some of them are paid off. But the problem is, it's a video on YouTube called some guy named Video Game Donkey. He showed this video and said, when you're watching a video from like say this one person, you know how they are, you know what they think. But when you go to like IGN, like you're running into a jackpot of just who the heck are these people? Like you don't know who, like the guy who reviewed Cuphead stuck on the tutorial level and gave it a 2 or gave it a 1.
I heard Cuphead was good.
It's fucking great, dude. But the thing is, this guy was like, dude, it's a horrible game. Don't even play it, because he couldn't get past the tutorial level because he was an idiot. And the problem is, there's a quote from Jay-Z, and I remember this. He said, there are people who are making reviews when the album just comes out, and he says you can't write a review about an album in a day. You know?
99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
But the thing is, though, is just when games like
I never thought about that until Kyle said that.
What?
Kyle and I were at school, and he goes, "You do realize," he goes, "that like a lot of these reviews are bogus."
Yeah.
It's like people.
I mean,
the
they give
companies
every
get paid
big game
to
gets
give
a
tens.
high 80
Yeah,
and high 90.
he wasn't
or mid
lying.
90. It's
I
like,
mean,
how is every...
I mean, like, because like with Crash Bandicoot,
Could you imagine a commercial that just goes, "Mafia 4 sucks dick, 2 out of 10."
well, that's the thing. They come up with these bogus companies. Like, how many like all these companies in these trailers like play like PSX Daily, like Norwegian Post or whatever. Like, if you look at like these people who are saying the game is amazing,
I'm sorry, but that dude put in the most ridiculous shot I've ever
he's
seen.
literally sitting there. He's like, "Yeah, dude." Like, you could say, "Ooh, that was good," but some of these are like just like with Crash Bandicoot. Or Crash Bandicoot, for instance, is these kinds of games. Like it's a great game. Don't get me wrong, but it's just
Google Stadia.
it's, now battle royales. Let's talk about this, okay? Now this is a new concept. Like, but here's the thing.
There's only a few games that do it
There's
decently,
two.
though.
There's one I would actually play, and that's Apex. I would be.
I like
forced-
Apex.
There's only a few like big ones too, though.
But the thing is like
big
here's
popular ones.
That is true.
well here's the thing. Like
There's a
me
lot of them.
personally, everybody's like playing these battle royale games, and game designers like, well, fuck, dude. They're like, well, shit. These guys are willing to sit down and play a mindless like PvP game with shooting with horrible accuracy, third person view. Fuck, dude. We can just throw that shit done in like 2 hours, and just say, let's just sell it. and just sell the game, just sell it for free, and just make the cosmetics look super dope.
He's got a point.
And you know what? These suckers will just pay a shit ton of money on these skins or these cosmetics to look better than anyone else. Like the battle pass. Think about that.
I don't buy dick on those games.
Well, here's the thing. Though. Think about this. Battle pass is like $10 a season. Okay, if you get 10 people to buy that, that's $100. Okay, but if you got thousands, and I mean millions of people buying those things, you're making a pretty damn good profit. And it's like with Apex. Apex does have a seasonal pass, you know, but it's like, you know, but I can give it the thing of I like it. Now, like with Destiny, I'll bring this up because the problem with Destiny is there's also shit publishers, aka Activision. Fuck Activision, because if the amount of work and hard work these people are like putting into their games, like with Destiny had like this ginormous story with AI but when they sign with Activision's like, yo, so I like this idea, but can we get it done in a week? I know this year project is gonna take like a year, but can we do it in like a week? And they're like, oh, we can't do it in a week. And they're like, well, do it in a week and we'll give you money. And they're like, fuck, okay, we're gonna have to do this then. So that's why they took their whole story and threw it out the window, because Activision was pushing them so hard.
Yeah, that's a problem with business. A big company behind you.
Yeah, like Activision's there to make money. They don't give a shit about the consumer. They're like, dude, it's Call of Duty. People are gonna fucking buy this.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's a fucking name. Who gives a shit? Like, it's like with Beats. Like, I'll be honest with you. I have listened to Beats. I've listened to Bose. I've listened to all these different like these
Do you
things.
drop the beats and the beats?
I'm a DJ, dude. I have to know this shit. So
What did Anton say? Me? He just said me. I don't know who he's talking about.
but it's just
What's Spencer? What's that Stadia thing you had up on the other thing? What's that thing? That Google Stadia? Are they getting into the console game? What were you gonna say?
What I was gonna say was the thing is, like, as long as you have a memorable name, you can sell it. That's the thing. Like with Beats, you can sell shitty headphones and just say, "Oh, they're Beats. Jack the rates up to million. Jack the rates up like to 120%."
Beats you off.
That for $200 is fucking better. For $200 for headphones, fuck that. And like, and that's everything.
They need better game developers, game companies. That's why a game or a company like CG Project Red, they don't have any. They might have investors, but they don't have like Activision behind them.
Yeah, but the thing is like,
but
that's
why they make a better game.
But you know what, too? They might be my favorite gaming company, because you could say what you want about all these big fucking corporations or whatever. They're a smaller company, and they made an amazing game in that Witcher 3.
Yeah, but that all changed when they were like,
how do you know that, though? Maybe they'll be the ones that stay true to fucking making games. I'm sick and tired of all the bullshit. Everyone wants the onlines, pay-to-play,
Wi-Fi,
microtransaction,
Bluetooth.
all that bullshit.
No one wants the
give
loot
me
boxes.
a good fucking single-player experience. No one gives a fuck about all your online games. I play with my boys and shit.
I think they know that.
I love CD Projekt.
Well, the problem too is that like you can't execute that so easily, because you can write.
But what is anything of any positive true meaning easy?
I mean, if you make the game online, it's not that easy. I mean, nothing's easy.
No, I'm saying like
nothing
that
is
type
easy.
of product takes work.
Yeah, but the
to make one of the best games of all time.
I mean, how many Call of Duties do you think
work.
come out in a year? How many Call of Duties do you think come out in a year?
That's my point, dude. The Call of Duty comes out every single year. That ain't work. That's reskinning the fucking game over and over and over again. And just fucking selling it to everyone.
I mean, here's the deal.
Because dudes with small dicks want to fucking play each other and prove that they're better than everyone.
That's true, but it's also 3 different companies are rotating.
Yeah, that is true. I forget that. But still, it's...
No, they're definitely too quick.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no work put into it. Like, I would play, like, the good Call of Duties, I would say would be Call of Duty 2, Black Ops 2, the original Call of Duties.
If they made it, if they gave those Call of Duty games a little more substance and gave it more longevity than, like, let's just rush to Prestige for the first month and then stop playing it.
Maybe people are just getting sick of those games. I think that's what Call of Duty is. I mean, you just freaking grind your level. But I think maybe people are just expecting more when you should be looking for a different game, maybe.
I mean, like, when I'm trying to find a game and, like, I haven't found anything I really liked. Like, I'll play a story mission. Like, I'll play story games that I know that I'll be cool, but it's just, I don't feel so enticed. I don't feel the story. Like, it just feels so boring. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, with D2, I feel like I'm talking a lot about D2, but D2 is a lot of examples for these things. D2 had a lot of, like, horrible stories. Like, I'm making a second character because you can have, like, 3 characters, but the problem is my second character, I fucking hate it because I have to go through
Anything says Mafia 3 was trash, facts.
Yeah, dude, Mafia 3. Here's something that I want you guys' opinion on. We might have talked about this before because now that Anton brings Mafia 3 back up. This is something that Nate and I argue with at work all the time. The minute I say a game's coming out, Nate's like, open world? Is it open world? And all this stuff. Mafia 3 was one of the most disappointing games I've ever played in my entire life because...
But it had open world, so it was great.
The gameplay was trash. They made a big, huge open world that you could absolutely do nothing with besides ride around it. I think that if you don't do open world right, it's extremely overrated.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's the point of making this massive, nice world when there's nothing you can't interact with, you can't do anything? Dude, I shit you not.
Division.
I shit you not. When you get far enough in Mafia 3, all you do is walk around and whistle at motherfuckers and then silently kill them. And then if you're off on your own and you're not doing missions, you drive around this open, like, wicked nice open world, but you can't do anything in it at all.
Isn't there, like,
you
a lot
can't
you can do in Red Dead
anything
Redemption,
besides,
though?
like, pick fights of racist white cops.
Is there, like, can you do so I don't really play, I haven't played this in a long time because I just haven't had, like, time to really try it out. Red Dead Redemption 2, isn't that done right?
Yes, it's amazing. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the best games I've ever played. It was better than the first Red Dead Redemption.
Now, like, can you explain to me, someone who's never played it, like, why is the open world so much better? Like,
the reason why the open world is so amazing in Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's one of the only open worlds where it's like an amazing open world, is because not only is it like gorgeous and all these other things, it feels alive. Like, they spent so much time putting work into it.
15 years, they better.
Dude, there's a plethora of animals in the game. Depending on what you've done in the game, the world will react to you in different ways, and they just always just put new shit into it, like little wrinkles here and there. Like, you'll just be riding along and, you know, 2 dudes are arguing on the side of the road, and you're like, come on now, get on, and you can interject in it, you could bully dudes, you could fucking pick fights with people. Like, the world felt alive. It's about not being fucking lazy. Mm-hmm. They weren't lazy. Like, you go to a town in it and it feels alive. The people walk around, they have their own homes, they have their own jobs. They're always doing something. They're interacting with each other, and you never walk into a town on that game feeling like as if it's the exact same way or place that you left it earlier if you were there 30 minutes ago. It's about not being lazy and having an attention to detail. And I'm sorry, but most open world games lack all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Witcher was the same way. The Witcher was the same way. The towns were deep, had tons of NPCs in them. They're all interacting with each other, doing different things, fishing, trading, hanging out, parties, you know, side missions. And what I liked about that open world, the aforementioned open world, what was it? Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yeah.
Was because the way they did it, it was absolutely seamless. It felt alive. There was no fat in it. Like, shit just happened. You didn't feel like you had to go out of your way to do X, Y, and Z just to get a prescribed result. Like, it just flowed. And not only that, it's not always about the action. In Red Dead Redemption, you could just go take off and find a nice quiet place all by yourself and just, like, fish with no NPCs around. You can go hunting all by yourself. You know, it's the ultimate attention to detail. That's one of the best games I've ever played.
Like,
that's the personification of what an open world should be like.
I believe that, like, so I played a lot of, like, open world games.
It didn't feel forced. It just felt like it flowed. That open world flowed with such an attention to detail. It's just in historically accurate. It was so good. What were you gonna say, Kyle?
My opinion is like, so I played a lot of games that are like, you know, like there's some that are great.
Anton knows exactly what I'm talking about. What up, Tom?
Like I know there's like exactly like how, you know, what was I say? Okay, so a big thing with open world with me is just there's something you need to do. If I'm just like with GTA 5, like I'll say this. With GTA 5, it's a fun open world experience online, but not offline. You're just driving. It's exactly like you said. Like, to be honest, like these NPCs are walking around. They don't feel like humans. They feel like robots, you know?
Yeah.
And as much as I want to say like, oh, how amazing the game is, or how, you know, how they've been keeping the game alive for like 10 years for no reason, I don't want to. It just doesn't feel alive anymore. Like, that's the problem with games over time. Like, and I mean, with Red Dead, I bet you this. There are people who are still gonna fucking play it 20 years from now. They're still gonna get on their they're gonna get on their consoles and be like, fuck, I'm gonna play Red Dead. And because of how, like you said, alive the world felt, how fun the story was, you know, like, for me, story, it depends.
Story is one of the big things for me.
Oh yeah, like for me,
story and gameplay, then graphics.
For me, I remember playing Rust, and Rust is like a fucking full-time job, and that's why I hate it.
Fucking nerd.
Well, guess what, bitch? Bro. I don't fucking play it. Bitch, don't fucking touch that gay shit no more.
I think some games.
What'd you say, Kyle?
Nothing.
Yeah. Yo, Kyle always gets wicked bigatory on here.
I'm trying to control myself.
So I think some games, like the companies get not tricked, but they get, I don't know, forced into thinking, and they have to do what, you know, another game was popular like doing, like the battle royales. You got games that are like random games that have nothing to do with battle royales that are putting out battle royales, like
Battlefield,
like Realm Royale. I forget what that game was, but it was like a MOBA.
Oh, it's from it's a MOBA. It was,
yeah, we got MOBAs putting out freaking battle royales, but
it was from like something called Smite. That's what I think it was. Yeah, not Smite. Smite sucked.
I think same company though, High Res or whatever that company
It
is.
was, yeah. It was trying. They were trying to capitalize on Overwatch. Actually, I think they came out before Overwatch, but
And,
because
like,
of how popular
Battle Right, which is like a little arena game, they came out with I don't know, but I think some single player games, they should just be like mission to mission. I feel like some games would be so much better if you didn't ruin it with the open world that had nothing in it.
I feel like you should.
The Last of Us.
Yeah, like I love mission. Some of the best games I played, and I don't play many, but we're just mission after mission, like mission, then cutscene, then
It's
mission.
like,
there's nothing wrong with that.
The Last of Us is the perfect example of how
I never got to play it, unfortunately.
how you can make an open world game, but scale it down to where it's like semi-open world and make a common balance between narrative, gameplay, and open world. Like the Last of Us 2, or The Last of Us, the original one, it's one of the greatest games ever made. Story A+, gameplay A+, environment A+, world A+. The way it worked was the game kind of led you and ushered you along in a specific direction. Like Spencer said, to do specific missions that tie in with the story. But there was a multitude of areas where you can venture off and go collect some stuff and, you know, get some loot here and there to try to upgrade your weapons. And, you know, you might have missed some loot over here that made it so you couldn't fully upgrade your revolver later or whatever. But it made you stay the course. It made you connected and engaged with the story.
Yeah, 'cause some people, you know,
that's perfect.
It'll
That
be too
game's
much for
perfect.
you, and you won't end up like at Assassin's Creed. Like you're not.
Yeah, I was
play
about to say.
like,
Did you ever finish that?
No, I haven't played it in a while. But
Spencer got. Did you buy it or did I buy it?
yeah, I got it. It was $30 on sale. I got it.
So
PlayStation Network or PlayStation Store.
Spencer and I game share, and he ended up picking up the Assassin's Creed. What is it, Odyssey?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
Odyssey. I loved Assassin's Creed Origins. I was surprised. There's only like 3 Assassin's Creed games out of the 30 that there is that I like. I liked Black Flag 2, Assassin's Creed 2, and then I loved Assassin's Creed
Is it 3 because it just
Origins?
remastered 3.
Assassin's Creed Origins it was in Egypt.
Oh yeah.
Loved that game, right? Played the shit out of it, but even that one I never like 100% completed it. It's huge. Dude, Odyssey was so fucking big that it overwhelmed me and I stopped playing it. I'm like, dude, there's just too much to do.
I like the mission cutscene. Like some, Call of Duty's not known for single players, but some of those single players were pretty decent back in the day.
Soap.
Yeah, but now
What else
everyone
you got
just
up
wants
there?
everyone just wants open world now.
What else? How long we been going?
Hour and 10 minutes. So
we'll go
this
wild.
Google Stat.
Yeah, explain to me what this
Stadia.
Google Stadia is, because I
Never
seen
heard of
something
it?
on this.
I don't really know much about it. I've seen a
See, read
couple
what it
things.
says.
It's a gaming streaming service.
So is it going to
Follows
run
Planet. It will
across
render
all?
everything about the game and its global data centers on high-end PC components before sending cleverly compressed video of gameplay to the gamer via the Chrome browser.
So does that mean you're going
So
to be
this
able to
is-
stream off all your consoles?
Yeah, and this is saying that, I think it's saying, it will render everything about the game and its global data centers on high-end PC components, meaning you won't need a crazy console to play a new game, or a crazy computer to play the new game.
Well, there's a
Then they
bunch of
input the
things
commands
like
on a Stadia. Like, Steam has one, I think. Steam Link or something like that.
Steam Link. I've never heard of it.
But they're not, I don't think it's that good.
Well, there is actually something like that. It's like, I don't use it, but it's like this thing called Shadow something. But the problem is it's saying like it runs
Is that
the
on
games on their
NVIDIA?
server. It's not like the video. It's they run their games on like their high-tech graphics cards, and you log in and you click from their HUD or whatever, and it loads the game there. So you're just kind of like a screen. But my biggest thing is what about internet? Like
Yeah, the latency.
what if you're on Wi-Fi? What if you're on like hard? Like what if down there like they have a power outage and you don't?
Right.
And all your games are going through there. That's kind of like, for one, that's like you can actually there's a way in their terms of service they can probably make you buy the games through them. So if you stop like subscribe with them, then you just take your games.
Right.
It's like with like Magic the Gathering Online. Like if you buy shit online, like here's one thing I always tell people: like, make sure if you're gonna do something like that has money in it, make sure you read the terms of service, because a lot of people don't realize like they can do a lot of shit. Like if say they can take your third party like information and take it and use and sell it.
Right. Yeah, a lot of companies are selling information.
Yeah.
But I've thought about this stuff before, like similar to this. I think it's a good idea as long as, I mean, imagine you can't afford a brand new PC, but you can afford $10 a month or something, and you just stream the game and I don't know, hope there's no lag. Oh, here we go. Targeting a high-end visual experience with gamers able to enjoy AAA games up to 4K HDR. Goes just however. Offer reduced detail settings, lowest setting of 720p. Probably should just get it. That seems very. Google has combined an x86 processor, most likely Intel, hyper-threading that runs at 2.7 gigahertz, 16 gigs of RAM, AMD graphic chip, new horsepower, 10.7 teraflops.
So essentially, you're telling me that you're going to be able to use the service on all platforms?
Yeah, they want to bring high-end gaming if you even on any platform. It's like Netflix, but for games. And say a brand new game comes out, you could play it at, max quality or something without having. But you're gonna need high internet connection.
So, is there a tab up there for like games that are going to be coming out?
I can find it if you want.
Remember, everybody, loud equals funny.
Loud equals funny. These Pistons about to get eliminated from the playoffs, dog. Who is this dude number 6 out here running around? He just doesn't even look like a basketball player. He looks like someone's like cousin that was good at high school sports.
Oh, I forget his name.
Doesn't he look awkward out there?
Corey Joseph, I think.
Hey,
Is that Corey
does
Joseph?
anyone want to talk about the Cardi B?
Yo, okay, we can segue. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, Kyle?
Cardi B drugging and stealing money from men.
This is totally off topic, but what do you think, Kyle?
Something came out with the guy that was drugged and robbed by her. He still said that was still better than listening to her music. Her music's fucking trash.
Yeah, music's trash. We'll go past that. She sucks. Anyways, 49 biggest games coming in 2019. Oh no, Ace Combat.
It's Frozen.
Ace Combat.
So I know you ain't no like superhero person, but you ever heard of Endgame?
Oh god, what is that?
Marvel Endgame.
Is it a game coming out?
No, it's a movie. You ever heard of Infinity War? You've never heard of Infinity War?
Kyle,
I've never seen any of those movies.
I'm a nerd, but I'm not that high level of a nerd.
Excuse me, but I'm...
So is it like one of those fist fighting kung fu fucking superhero video games?
Let's say it's the most ambitious crossover.
Are you playing? Are you playing Stowe?
Stowe? I almost played Stowe.
Ace Combat 7, never heard of it.
Alright, this is what the IGN was lagging for some reason.
Yo, you know Aaron's gonna be playing that Ace Combat. Aaron's like, I need to feel the G-force in my living room. Yeah, I really want to play. I really want to play fucking. I think that game looks good there. What is it there?
Days Gone.
Days Gone looks good, man. I really think it looks good. It looked like, to me, though, I don't know what they were running it on in some of the trailers, but it kind of looked a little, like, laggy to me. Have you seen the video game footage of it?
Yeah, could be just the.
It looked
way
like
they were
a little
recording it.
choppy to me.
Yeah, it could just be how they're recording it.
But yeah, I mean, there's like survival elements. You got to keep your bike repaired. The zombies come at you in swarms. But I'm interested in the story. Like
Yeah,
the
see, I'm not
first,
the biggest zombie guy.
me neither. But the story is all like, remember Kyle? He's riding on his bike with his girl, and he's like, "I missed you. You're gone. I don't know what's going on now," and all that stuff. You know, she got passed around like a peace pipe.
Bro, I miss my wife, you know. She was my everything. You know, she and the boys, you know, they had their fun, I had my fun, you know.
Yo, so Doom Eternal. Okay, so that's one of the best shooters I've ever played. That last Doom game that came out
It was
awesome.
Probably one of the best games I think I've
Awesome.
played. And you know what's funny? They didn't have any story in it. There was a story to it.
Yeah, it was a
but it's
story.
like-
You fucking kill all the demons.
yeah, but guess what? You know what's funny? At E3 when it was coming out, the director came out. He said, "Guys, story in Doom is like porn with music." No, porn.
Did he really say that?
No, he said, yeah. He said, "Well, it's like story in porn. You don't need it, but it's helpful."
But yeah, it was violent. You turn the difficulty up on that, it's so hard. You have to, like, when you're playing that, you have to do so much tactical crunching in your head. You have to, like, when you're playing that shit, you have to know what guys you killed as you pass by, what guys you did pass by and left alive, what those dudes do once you pass them by, because they still attack you when your back is turned to them.
My favorite thing
You know
is
what I
when-
get killed by the most in that game, Kyle?
What?
The fucking goblins that throw the fireballs. Because it's not because they're good. It's you be playing, you'll be battling all these other dudes. You'll forget that you left a goblin behind, and he'll hit you in the asshole with a fucking fireball, and you're done for. The next thing you know, you're on fire. You're like, what the fuck? Hitting your dicks in the fucking dirt.
Dude, my favorite always like murder in that game was like when you know the guy with the one eye and he had the two guns for arms.
Yes.
Like he would shoot them. My favorite thing is when the Doom guy would just reach his hand in the eye socket and pull the eye out and just stomp on it. It's like, bro, that's so metal. And he's got like metal music going on in the
He
background.
goes, that's so metal. Kyle, you don't even listen to metal.
Yeah, I do.
Kyle's over here like listening to Black Veil Brides. What were you gonna say, Spencer?
No,
Says the
fuck
enemies
off.
have doubled. Takes place on Earth. And in addition of a new mode where players get the chance to evade other people's campaigns, and you play as a demon. When you do that.
What? Dude, that's wild. Kyle, you just sabotage someone's other campaign with a big old
Seriously?
demon dick.
Yeah, you play
What?
Chase
demon.
dudes down, just bang them with
Dude,
a big
it's
old
like a
demon
fucking
dick.
nuke. Just send like the big bad boy down there.
How do you guys feel about Gears? I'm tired of Gears.
I'll be honest with you. After the third one, it died. After third one, that's what I want to say was I wanted to be the end. Number 3 should have been the end, but Microsoft jerking themselves off, saying,
back
"Hey,
when we played it all the time." Did you like it?
Not really.
You weren't a big fan.
No, but I wasn't really playing hardcore back then either.
Microsoft
Gears 2 Horde mode is one of my favorite one of my favorite game modes ever. Though Adam and I used to play the fuck out of that shit.
Played 1, 2, 3.
One of the most intense scenes in all of gaming though is Gears 1. When you remember, Kyle, when you pull up to that fucking factory and it's dark in there and you have to turn the power back on, and you're playing as Marcus and Dom and you're playing with your buddies, you got to walk around with the fucking lanterns. You can only shoot your pistol in the dark. That scene was intense. Here he goes for Colty, dude. Harry Potter Wizards Guild, Wizards Unite, dude. What the fuck is that?
Mobile game.
Hey, no, yo, I heard something about this Judgment game. What's that about? I haven't done any Yakuza game.
It's people that made all those Yakuza games. I don't know. I would love a game like this. Remember, Sleeping Dogs?
Yeah, dude. You know what? This can be wicked nerdish, but I love all that Yakuza lore.
Yeah.
I love all that shit. They're some of the most ruthless criminals of all time. That Yakuza shit with all the tattoos and stuff. They're like, you are a disgrace to your mother and I don't need your help. Like, that shit's serious. When does
this was released?
When does what did you come out? The fucking biker game. Go up.
It's down.
Yo, speaking Spencer, have you played
April 26th.
April 26th. Have you played you played the mech game, right? Anthem?
Not really.
I heard it was fucking garbage.
It was trash.
Did you play it, Kyle?
Fuck no. I bought it for somebody, though, because it was their birthday.
Why would you buy it for somebody?
It was their birthday.
You tell me you buy that shit on your own. I'm excited for Devil May Cry 5. I'm going to have to buy that because that's one of my favorite game franchises of all time.
I think it might be out. Yeah, it's out already.
Dude, Devil May Cry is so good. Love all of them.
Someone's selling on eBay 15 beans for Xbox.
Pussy. Game sucks. Keep going.
I'm skipping over some of these games.
Oh, okay. Keep going. Oh, no.
Talk about that.
Luigi's Mansion 3. I thought, where's the second one?
Kyle, no one's playing Luigi's Mansion.
We asked where's the second one.
Whoa,
no one's playing that shit.
Mortal Kombat 11. I shit you not. Every time I watch the fatalities, it just gets bloodier and bloodier. Like I thought 10 was, I thought like 9 was, I thought 10 was pretty bloody, but like they got like 10 where people are just pulling out spines and shit, and I'm like,
here's my thing though. Ugh. Let's be real here. If any of you people out there buy Mortal Kombat, you're fucking idiots. Why would I spend $60 on Mortal Kombat when I can wait 2 weeks after the game comes out and go on YouTube and watch all the fatalities and brutalities?
Some people are hardcore.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. What's Anton saying?
This is new Joker movie. Oh,
what's going on?
Yo, Anton, you taking me to go see the new Joker movie?
Oh yeah, that's
Metro Exodus once it goes on sale, I'm gonna pick that up. Ori and the Wild Wisps.
Don't know.
Keep going, Spence.
Pokemon Switch.
Yo, people don't know about this next one. Psychonauts 2, baby. Let's
go. I have the first
Here's
one.
Jake.
I never played it.
Are ya?
I'm on the podcast, and the people can hear you as you hate Tal Punyani, but I'm going to be on shortly. Say hello to all the podcast followers. Yo, his wife's nuts. Oh, let's talk about Resident Evil Remake. Resident Evil Remake is absolutely awesome. Shout out to my buddy.
Fuck all y'all. Just give what's up.
Resident Evil Remake is fucking amazing. Have you played it, Kyle?
I never played the Resident Evil games.
Oh, dude, Kyle, go fall down.
Okay. Oh, shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Shout out to my boy Gage. I don't know if he's listening, but my boy Gage hooked me up and let me borrow it. Dude, it's awesome. It's super fucking scary and super fucking dark. They took that whole thing from like Silent Hill 2 where you can only see as far as your flashlight takes you. Dude, it's so good. The graphics are good. The combat's good. It's a cross between like Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil 4. It's absolutely amazing. You didn't play Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, right, Kyle? You want to talk about that, right?
Sekiro's, I want to try it. It looks really interesting.
I heard it's a lot different than Dark Souls
It
games.
really is. And the thing is, like, I play Dark Souls so much. I kind of feel like if I go to like another game from Gearsoft, I'm just going to treat it exactly like Dark Souls, you know? And you had something you want to say?
Yeah, I did. I'm happy you remember that. I have to talk about something. As I pull another booze out. All you dudes out there that love Dark Souls, you all can suck it. Because I'm sick and tired of this narrative that Dark Souls is so fucking hard. It doesn't take any skill to sit there and on purpose die a bunch of times and then memorize how a fucking creature attacks and then just use your hand-eye coordination to sequence dodge the attacks, then beat them. That's not skill.
Yeah.
What do you think? That's the game, though.
Yeah,
That's the game.
Dodging.
The skill is if you can dodge, though.
This dude's gonna defend that shit. If you could dodge my dick,
What's up with you and like dick and everything? That's kind of weird.
dick. Kyle, you're the one that's uncomfortable with your sexuality, not me. He goes, let me guess, you're going to tell me I'm bullying you like you told Nate at his house? Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about that?
He's bullies.
Let's talk about that.
Fuck.
I take Kyle to Nate's house, right?
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I apologize and everything.
Listen, I take Kyle to
Why you gotta
Nate's
bring
house.
this up now, dude?
I take Kyle to Nate's house, right?
Oh my god, now I feel horrible.
I don't remember
again.
exactly how it goes because Nate remembers, but
Oh my god, I felt like such an ass. And
so I take Kyle to Nate's house, and Kyle gets uncomfortable around people, right?
I have a lot.
So
of
we're
anxiety.
outside the house, and Kyle sees. I shit you not, so Kyle sees Nate's house,
Oh my god.
and I want to say he didn't like the way he thought like the house was crappy from the outside, and then we go in and it's all nice inside Nate's house because they've been fixing it up, and then Kyle literally says to Nate,
I felt so bad.
he goes, you guys
I
are
literally-
renovating or some shit like. I thought your house was like shitty from the outside. It's nice on the inside. Nate was like, "What the fuck?"
I felt so bad.
Then Kyle proceeds to break the baby gate.
That was already broken.
Destroys the
okay?
baby gate.
That was
Then he
already
steps
broken.
on Nate's vent, breaks the vent. Dude, it was
I did
fucking
not break-
hilarious.
That was already broken. And
Dude, that shit
Nate
was so
told me.
fucking funny. And Kyle's like, "I'm so sorry, dude." I was like, "It's all right, Kyle." But yeah, like those Dark Soul games, dude. I played, it was the first or the second Dark Souls. It took me an hour to die in that game.
Yeah, I've never played a minute of it.
They're overrated is what I'm saying. They're not that great. Ooh, we need to speak about this. Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order. Spencer, who's making that? Does it say
Respawn.
Respawn? What have they made?
Titanfall. They made Apex, I think, technically. It's the original people from Infinity Ward.
Shout out to my boy Aaron Sutherland. I went on a passionate rant on our podcast a long time ago.
What was it again?
Don't fuck this up. I'm sick and tired. I'm not as big as a Star Wars fan as everyone, but if Star Wars is done right, it's awesome. Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. There's a few other Star Wars games that were really good, right? The original Battlefront games. Don't fuck this up. I'm so sick and tired of them acting like they're going to make some high-level Star Wars RPG,
Yeah.
and it's just fucking garbage.
This is the one that's been being rumored, though, or whatever.
What does it say? Star Wars
I feel
Jedi
like Star
Fallen
Wars
Order
is
is the upcoming Star Wars game created by Respawn Entertainment, the studio behind the well-received Titanfall series.
Half true.
Well, that's up for debate. Yeah, it takes place between Revenge of the Sith and the New Hope during the Jedi hunts.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm pretty sure, and Aaron could, if Aaron was watching, he could correct us. But there was a point in time in Star Wars lore where like the Siths were actually hunting down and killing off the Jedi. Anton might know. I know
Sith?
Anton.
The
Bad guys,
side?
the dark side of the Force. What I'm saying is, don't fuck with my heart.
It's gonna be open world online.
Don't pull on my fucking heartstrings to make a subpar fucking Star Wars game again. I'm gonna be so mad. Jake and I talk about it all the time.
Can't be too hard.
Someone needs to make a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 3 and or fucking 4 or whatever and just be over with it. Like, they don't understand that if they fucking really hunkered down and stopped being fucking lazy and made listen to the people and made a legit Star Wars, like a legit deep open world RPG, they would make so much fucking money. It's not even funny.
Yeah, but EA's too stupid to figure out.
Yeah, EA sucks fucking nuts, dude.
Yo, dude, I feel like at their board meetings, like, okay, guys, so we got the story. How can we fuck it up, bro? Let's just make it easy.
Much. Let's just piss the fucking whole of the United States off.
Guys, just like,
so
how can we get this out there? They're just trying to get.
Yeah, they just care about making our money. Someone needs to come along and make a Star Wars game that all of us can be fucking proud of. I'm sick of these garbage Star Wars games.
It's gonna cost a lot of money to get.
Oh, you remember the old Lord of the Rings games?
Yeah.
Yo,
Dude,
guys,
Spencer and I used to grind the old Lord of the Rings games.
Should make one of those too.
Let's go, make a new Lord of the Rings game, baby.
I gotta tell you this, okay?
Create your character.
All right. I feel like at their board meetings, they're like, okay, guys, so we only got 5 people. We only got 5 monkeys working on the game right now. We need 10. So what are we gonna do?
That's racist, bro.
No.
Monkeys, bro.
Monkeys, bro. Kyle, you getting racist on us again?
No.
Misogynistic, racist.
No, that was last. I'm trying to turn a leaf here.
Yeah, Kyle's trying to actually get a girlfriend, so he's gonna stop being mean to girls.
I'm gonna stop. I should really change my pickup line to, hey, if we go to McDonald's, I'll let you pick something off the value menu. I should really change that.
Well, with that new fresh cut, I'm sure you're gonna be on top of your game, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I'm sick and tired of them like acting like they're gonna make. Yo, don't fuck around, man. Don't fuck around with that Star Wars tip. That shit's dear to my
You know
heart.
what's kind of funny? I went on. So on PC, you can actually still buy the old Battlefront 2 game. For PlayStation, whatever, you can still buy it for PC. There are more players who play that beyond the ancestors.
The fuck is that
Humankind
shit?
Odyssey.
Never heard of it.
Third-person
It's probably a
action survival
Japanese game.
taking place 10 million years ago in Africa. Ancestors puts you in control of one of humanity's earliest prehistoric ape-like ancestors. A Nakalipithecus.
What? Where is that? Point to that.
What's going on? You talking about anything good?
Some new game, Ancestor, the Humankind Odyssey teaser
Plays
trailer.
some form of monkey.
Colin's like, huh.
We were born.
Oh, that looks fucking corny.
No, it
Corny.
does not.
Looks corny as shit.
That flat guy, the dude, I'm picking that guy when I play.
Flag that ass. That looks. Oh, it's Borderlands.
Yeah,
It's an
Borderlands.
advertiser for Borderlands.
Yeah, you're just calling it shit.
All right, so what's this new game?
Oh, we'll see. Minute.
Oh,
We're watching a trailer right now
Harry
for
hit
this
a
new
deer.
game.
Peter's gonna be all over that.
Fuck PETA.
Unreal Engine 4.
I want a
That's
steak.
pretty good. Good start.
However, right now it seems to me, man, the whole.
Yo, you know this shit's real when they're quoting some dude from 1871.
Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin.
I mean, do you guys believe in Darwin's theory?
Yes.
I do.
Darwin's one of the only dudes that got it right.
This is early footage, I think.
I think that like if humans didn't have like weapons,
Dude, this definitely looks like some shit D's would play.
bro, the animals are like, bro, they look like just like real life animals.
D's is like, well, you know, I'm an outdoorsman, but I don't leave Codnoy because I go to work.
What the hell you do? You're a monkey. They don't. I mean, maybe. You know, tools and stuff. What are you gonna do? Run around, climb trees, kill stuff?
Dude, it's like
Yo,
Minecraft.
wait, whoa, so you play as a gorilla?
Yeah, it's.
Bro, that's
Dude,
like
I ain't interested in
Minecraft.
this shit. This
Takes
is
place 10
corny
million
as
years
fuck,
ago.
dude. Look at this shit.
Holy crap, that looks like me.
Yo, Joe Rogan would play the fuck out of this. Joe Rogan fucking smoke a blunt and sit down
Dude.
for 10 hours and play this shit.
Dude, this
Fuck
game.
that. Keep scrolling.
Oh my
Hawkeye.
god, dude, you know what's gonna suck is that all the religious groups are gonna be like, that didn't happen.
Yeah, right.
God made the human beings. He made them in his
Up
image.
a hope, down with dope.
Evolution isn't real. Bayonetta 3.
Yo, Bayonetta, the original Bayonetta game is fucking awesome. I can't believe they're on the third one now. Keep scrolling, Spence. We're going to be ending
Beyond
on these future
2019,
games.
Beyond Good.
Okay, so I watched. Okay, remember since I originally told you Beyond Good and Evil looked fucking amazing. So if you see the new gameplay footage of it,
Yeah, I see it.
it looks like wicked choppy and fucking funky and shit. Like I don't know how I feel about it. It just looks like one of those. I'm curious. They made a huge fucking world for this game, and I'm curious to see did they fill it up with content. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how big your world is. Is there enough content in your world?
Bro, I'm waiting for GTA 5 to
That
come
world is
out.
huge. Have you seen gameplay
For
trailers of
GTA
that?
6.
Yeah.
You can get in your little fucking spaceship and fly all over this massive world, like in real time or whatever on the game. It just looks overly ambitious. Don't fucking make a world that big if you're not gonna be able to do dick in it. Like
But
we
bro-
alluded to before.
But that's kind of the same thing with like Minecraft.
Yo, this motherfucker! I watched this dude playing Minecraft the other day, and I just fucking shit
When
talked
was-
to him the whole time.
Yeah, okay, you're
Are you
right.
streaming it?
Yeah, I
How-
was streaming it.
Do you
I
play?
didn't-
Do you play like the weird servers or no?
There's a couple of servers. There's a couple of them that I would never play. There's only 2 servers I ever play. There's mine, and then there is this one called Windcraft.
I'm making a phone call.
And Windcraft is basically like RPG, kind of like Skyrim kind of thing in
Right.
Minecraft. I'm like, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm down for it. I'm gonna shit talk Division 2. I keep saying Divinity.
He ain't gonna answer. He's too busy digging a fucking bunker somewhere. Aaron.
He's probably out there like just getting. He's probably out there just forging out these swords or something, getting ready for World War III.
Reached the voicemail box of 520370283. At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Aaron, I know you're out there fucking hiding from the fucking man and shit, building bunkers like it's fucking doomsday. Fucking China coming to get you and shit. We're fucking podcasting right now. Just fucking text me back, pussy. See ya.
Control. Have you heard of this?
Nope.
What is it about?
People that made Alan Wake and Quantum Break.
Ooh, remember Alan Wake?
Alan Wake was
Alan
good.
Wake was a good game, man.
Damn, dude, that.
I heard Quantum Break sucked though.
They made an arcade game for Alan Wake on the Xbox Live Arcade. It was a really short version of it, but it wasn't. I liked it. It was good.
Strangely shifting world protagonist who can fly and control objects with telekinesis.
Okay, that just kind of ruined it for me. That just kind of ruined it.
Well, dude, let's talk about it, dude.
I want to.
Let's talk about it, dude.
Fine, we'll talk about it. You know
Fucking
what?
I've never been more excited for a game in a long time.
I'll be honest. Oh no. Oh, Cyberpunk.
Listen,
No.
when it comes to games,
I'm talking
The
like
Witcher 3 means everything to me.
no.
It's
I wasn't
my
talking about
favorite
that.
video game of all time.
I was talking about Control. I wasn't
No,
talking about.
I'm talking about Cyberpunk.
Ah.
Witcher 3 is okay. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
It's inappropriate for
From
me
the
though.
time I was a kid, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater has been my favorite game since I was 11 years old. Came out when I was 11 or 12.
Dun,
It's been
dun,
my
dun,
favorite
dun,
game since I was
dun, dun, dun.
12. That's and when did Witcher 3 come out? 2005? 2000? No.
Witcher 3?
Jeez, 2015.
Dun, 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 dun.
Maybe year before year. Yeah, or that year. I don't remember.
It took almost 2 decades for a game to knock Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater out of my favorite video game of all time. The Witcher 3, hands down, is my favorite video game in the history of video games.
My favorite game.
And now they're making their second new IP. I'm so excited for this game.
Cyberpunk. Dude, I hope that I have a bad feeling it's gonna be like $80, but it's gonna
Dude,
be worth it.
Kyle, if it sucks, dude, I'm literally gonna
Cry.
fucking cry and like hide.
You're gonna be like you mean
I shit you not. It's gonna come out. I'm literally not gonna go to school for a week at Oswego next year when it comes out.
You shouldn't
And
do
if
that.
it fucking sucks, I'm gonna
should not
fucking
do that.
cry. I'm gonna fucking cry. It looks so fucking good, it's not even funny. I can't wait for Cyberpunk, man. It's gonna be amazing. I hope, dude.
Hi ho.
Spencer, a question for you.
Spence, why don't you talk a lot? Are you just not really into it?
Yo, he optimizes his words. He's not about
He's not
quantity,
about
it's about
quantity.
quality.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like you got to throw, if Cyberpunk comes out and it's just as good as The Witcher 3, you have to throw it in these guys in the pantheon of greatest game makers ever with only 2 IPs.
Yeah.
You have to.
I mean,
There's no way around it.
you're right.
All you Call of Duty fans
Yeah.
and all you fucking Battle Royale fans
Fortnite.
and all you Fortnite fans can suck my fucking
Yeah.
dick.
That's all different though.
Okay,
Can't really compare 'em all.
CD Projekt Red knows how to make a video game.
Man,
Okay.
some of these,
A well-rounded video game. If Cyberpunk lives up to its hype, CD Projekt Red with only 2 IPs is one of the greatest video game makers in the history
you
of
know what
video
made me
game makers.
sad, and I actually just remember this. Remember the Ratchet and Clank games? You remember that one? Mm-hmm. Those are pretty fun.
They're fun.
I had a lot of
They're
fun.
good games.
The thing is, when they brought the first one back as a revision,
Not as good as your hairdo is, but
thank you. I know it's a 20 out of 10. Okay, my hair is.
it is a 20 out of 10.
But the problem is that when they bring things like that back, and it wasn't really executed well. It really wasn't. I felt like they try to change the story up. They try to do a lot of different things. I'll be honest with you, I didn't really like it. I was kind of disappointed because I was hoping they continue the. The problem was when they went PS3, they changed a lot of the story up to been. So originally it was like just Ratchet. and
That's
Clank-
crispy biscuits. Oh, he missed. Oh, he hit it. I'm
Yeah.
listening.
When Ratchet and Clank was on PlayStation 2,
What about Jack and Dexter?
I fucking love Jack. and
Love
Dexter.
those games, dude.
Dude,
People don't know.
Dude,
Listen, Spencer. You know.
Jack
You
and
know.
Dexter,
I'm happy you
dude.
pulled up on that. We're gonna finish soon, but
Death Stranding.
Spencer, you know.
I remember Jack.
Spencer, you
Jack
know how
Dexter.
much we've played games. Jack and Dexter was fucking
I don't know.
The
awesome.
first one was good.
Jack and Dexter 2 was my favorite one.
Dude.
Remember you get the board and you could fucking like the little
Yeah, the skateboard.
the hoverboard
Dude,
and you could do all the fucking tricks on it.
well, what happened was,
Shit.
dude, like what was cool about it too?
Remember that, Spencer? We were
The third
kids.
one, the third one was my favorite because you could go into the desert with cars and shit, and you could actually buy cars and shit, and you could
Yo.
upgrade them.
All these idiots can kiss my ass. These people don't want to fucking act like people who play video games are fucking losers. You're missing out on so much fucking awesomeness by not playing video games.
Dude,
You know what I was talking about the other day, Spencer? I was talking about how when we were kids, I used to beat you in games and you used to freak out and tell your dad that I was cheating. Remember we used to play Street Fighter?
Evan's cheating.
We'd play Street Fighter. I beat him every time. He'd be like, Evan's cheating to his dad. And I'd be like, I ain't fucking cheating. He'd be like, I don't know no cheat codes. He'd get so mad. But dude, like, video games are fucking awesome. They get such a bad rap. Like, video games can be just as much as a work of art as a book, as TV.
It's just
a
'cause
movie.
you
I have
play-
something to add
play-
on to that.
Sometimes you just play too much, which be
Take it
an
away,
issue.
Kyle.
I mean, I have something to add on it. So there's this guy online, and I found him. His name was like DJ Bob. I don't remember what his name was, but his name was DJ something. And the thing is, this guy had a YouTube channel, and his legs were paralyzed. And the thing is, what he talked about was, he said the reason he loves video games so much because he could experience walking in a game, he could experience traveling, he could experience these things that he can't experience himself, and that's why he loved playing them so much.
Like,
You know?
man. And you know what? I catch shit, right? And you know what I
From
notice?
girls
I
that, like,
definitely
think you're
notice it
fucking
from
losers.
girls. Like, you start talking to a chick, and you're like, she's like, oh, well, what do you like to do in your spare time? And you're like, well, you know, I
Eat my
work
meat.
full time. I play video, or I work full time. I go to school full time. Get amazing grades, by the way. Play sports. Oh, and by the way, when I get all of that shit done, I play video games. They're just flabbergasted. They just think you're a fucking loser. But it's so sad. It's like, I'm responsible, but I like to play some video games. Like,
think
so
that's-
what?
Might be changing a little bit though.
It is,
younger
but
girls.
it's kind of been like really slowly though. I mean, that's the thing though. Like video games back in the day was like you associate like I feel like news channels always associate video games with people who are like mentally insane, who like don't have lives.
Mentally insane.
Yeah, think about it for a sec. You know,
Well, the stereotypical gamers like that.
yeah, like some raging
Nerd,
12-year-old who like they just act so evil. Like they hate government. Like they hate like women and minorities. Like that's the kind of thing that people are
Kyle.
showing.
So, Death Stranding is one of my most anticipated games. I'm happy Spencer scrolled on it. So, Hideo Kojima is one of my favorite video game directors and makers. He's making Death Stranding. From what I've seen right now, it looks like a glorified walking simulator. I haven't seen much action in it. Like the world looks amazing, the story looks amazing, even though we don't know it. It's one of those games where like you're gonna have to really take time to sink in and into it and understand it. Like Hideo Kojima. Listen, let me tell you guys something about Hideo Kojima. So, do you remember when I loved Metal Gear when it first came out? We were kids. Metal Gear is one of the most. Metal Gear Solid will always be as a whole be my favorite video game.
Is it pretty solid?
Oh, dude, Metal Gear Solid will be my favorite video game franchise forever. You want to know why?
Why?
Because Metal Gear Solid taught me to think outside the box. Metal Gear Solid taught me to think abstractly, question everything. Listen, Setsy, you remember Metal Gear Solid 1 when you fought Psycho Mantis? And he was a psychic. And the only way you could beat him was if you plugged your controller into the second slot so he couldn't read your fucking mind.
Seriously?
That's how fucking innovative Metal Gear Solid was. I was fucking like 10 when that shit came out.
That's nutty.
Dude, Psycho Mantis was this dude, Kyle. He was a psychic, and he'd float around the room. He was so scary, and you'd battle him, and you had to plug your fucking controller into the controller 2 port so he doesn't read your mind, so you can actually put bullets on him to kill him.
As a kid, I played a lot of Ratchet and Clank.
And I
learned about friendship.
What I'm saying is Metal Gear Solid had so many like abstract ideas. It really helped me like think. It's gonna sound weird and it's gonna sound like it's whatever, but Metal Gear Solid is like a big influence in me being a free thinker. They called so much shit. Spyro. Metal Gear Solid 2, I watched this video where this dude, I always thought it was important, but I watched a video, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he makes these videos where he talks about Metal Gear Solid 2, even though it wasn't that great of a game. Out of all the series, it's one of the worst. Out of that series, it's the weakest one, right? Besides Peacekeeper. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 2, though, has the most important message in the history of gaming. It's the most important game. It's one of the most important games. Dude, Metal Gear Solid 2 warns about the dangers of social media. It talks about all the shit that's going to happen about how our country's sold out to foreign banks, the power that social media has over people's minds, all these other things. And it scared the fucking shit out of me when I was a kid because I understood what it was driving at, but I couldn't articulate it, right? Because, my brain wasn't fully developed at the time. I was a kid. But, I definitely understood what they were driving at. I love Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid is my favorite franchise. Witcher 3 is my favorite game of all time. But Metal Gear Solid is my favorite video game franchise of all time. Same guys making Death Stranding, but right now it just looks like an amazing story.
Yeah, they're probably early in development, so anything you see is probably not much.
What do you think? Spencer's better at this shit than me. Like, when do you think that shit's going to come out? Like, it looks like an amazing story.
I haven't seen anything on it.
But, right now, the trailers are kind of like... The trailers just divulge the story a little bit, and then it's like Norman Reedus just walking all over the place.
Come across problems, stuff like that.
The problem... here's the thing, though. Like, Hideo Kojima...
He's a fucking
they're gonna want to
gangster.
Well, let me say something. The fact that you can remember... His name means that he's a great director.
Yo,
that's the
Hideo
thing.
Kojima, remember did you play PT?
No, I never played. I was too much of a pussy to play
Hideo Kojima was working with Benicio del Toro to make a new Silent Hill game. Mm-hmm. But supposedly that was like a ploy to try to advertise Death Stranding.
Right.
So, remember, I had the demo for PT. It was a horror game. It was like, we all thought like, oh, this is the demo to Silent Hill. Dude, it was so creepy, so esoteric, so Silent Hill-ish. I would have loved a really scary Silent Hill game, but it was supposedly like a setup for these trailers.
What's funny is the fact that like if you still had PT installed on your PlayStation,
I do.
That you could sell that for like over $1,000.
I do.
That's how expensive.
I still have it on my PlayStation.
Yeah. The thing is, like, people will spend a lot of money for that. Yeah.
You have to sell your whole account.
I'd have to sell my whole PlayStation.
Yeah, I know. But the game.
We have to get on that. I still have it on there.
Like, but there's like some games that like you can't, like the Lord of the. I saw a bunch of like games you can't get anymore. There's like Lord of the Rings Lego. At one point, Deadpool, like the game, you couldn't even buy that anymore because that's
what happened with that freaking Flappy Bird crap. People were selling the phones
because like people because the developer's a pussy. That's why because he's like, oh, people are complaining and crying about the game even though making millions off of ad revenue.
So the reason why I love Metal Gear Solid so much in hindsight, now that I'm older and I'm more intelligent, Metal Gear Solid was trying to send messages as to how the real world works in a lot of different ways. It was trying to warn us about a lot of shit that ended up coming true, kind of similar to how Alex Jones went around and says a lot of crazy shit. But there's shit he was right about.
The
Metal Gear Solid, I don't know what the fuck Hideo Kojima was doing. I don't know if he's like Joe and sits up in the middle of the night on his computer all night. But the dude, Hideo Kojima and the dudes that wrote that shit, they were socio-politically cognizant.
Right.
And they seen shit coming from far away. When I go back, like I just played Snake Eater, like you can get on PlayStation now. I replayed Snake Eater and Metal Gear Solid 2, and it scared the fucking dog shit out of me.
When was this?
Recently, I got the 7-day free trial and I played both of them again. It scared the fucking shit out of me. Because the shit they were talking about was fucking real, and it happened. But I'm excited to see what they do with Death Stranding.
I'm sure they'll, if the new consoles come out next year, I'm sure they'll release it with that. I don't think they would release it now.
But what I'm worried about is, like, the only way you can make it, like, it looks right now, you don't see a lot of action. He kind of just walks around throughout this environment, and he's a courier and all this stuff. It is like,
remember the
I'm totally in. I'm gonna buy it to see what the fuck the story's about and stuff like that. But like, give me a little action, man. Metal Gear's about action.
You remember
at its core? Like, give me a little action. Don't make it. Hideo Kojima better not make a game you just walk around the whole time. Give me a little, in there. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Here's what I gotta say. For one, I personally believe that, I don't know, that is a great, I mean, here's the thing. When people learn from a game like that,
oh, dude,
that's something like it's important because
Metal Gear helped shape the way I see shit.
I feel like games have helped a lot of people out. Like, just like, like even with me, I fucking played Ratchet and Clank. I learned the importance of friendship. I played Spyro, like, I played a lot of things as a kid. And I mean, like, fuck, dude, like, I mean, I learned a fuck ton of shit. Not enough about women, apparently.
That takes time.
Yeah, but the thing is just, what are you gonna do? I mean, like, here's the thing. When I tell somebody I play games, I always get that look of just like, what are you, a loser? And it's like,
hey, they can fucking grow off.
What's the difference of doing that or watching Netflix?
I know. It's
exactly.
They watch Netflix. You play
exactly.
Video games.
I mean, we can do that for. That's a Chuck Norris. Oh my god.
So, in closing, to end this, I want to know a couple things. Like, what are you guys looking forward to? And what are you guys hoping? Like, what are you guys looking for in a game? Like, what are you hoping's on the horizon? Like, where do you think video games are going, and what do you hope we get? Like, where?
I feel like they're going.
Where are we going in video games? Are we moving to VR? We got these consoles coming out next year. Like, how do you feel about that? Like,
I have a bad feeling that one of these days
we'll start out with, where do you think video games are heading? Like, are we moving to VR? What do you think? I'm not a big proponent of VR. I like the disconnect of being able to put my controller down and just walk into Spencer's room and be like, hey, and just talk to him and then come back to my controller. I'm not into fucking wearing something on my head and being that connected. I like the disconnect of having a controller. How do you guys feel about the VR? Where do you think
go first, Spence? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. So I have my belief of where games are gonna go. I feel like they want people to just be so immersed to a story that I think they want to take it literally. Where in the future, I could see people like with these headsets on that are like, that have like little chips or whatever, and it's like, the Matrix, how like if you put a little like cord in your head or whatever, and like that's basically how I feel it's gonna go with gaming.
Wow, that would be fucking nuts. Imagine getting an implant in your back of your fucking brain stem.
And like you just fall asleep, and it's like the
cerebellum
game
where you're like just fucking plugged in.
Yeah, dude. But
how fucking creepy would that be?
Well, then the thing is, like, if you're in it so long, think about it, if you're in it for so long, like, what's gonna happen when you wake up from it, though?
You wouldn't even know what's real.
Yeah, dude. That's like fucking.
I wouldn't do that.
You start getting like psychosis, like not knowing what's fucking real and what's not.
Cancer and stuff like that. Probably I would be messing with that.
She just come into Kyle's room. He's fucking in a fucking butt flap, running around, freaking the fuck out.
Go, dude. Johnny,
I'm not
Johnny,
in the Matrix.
Johnny, get the fuck. Johnny, I told you to fucking get that guy. Come on.
Kyle's just humping his dog.
The problem with VR is it's a high.
off.
You gotta pay a lot
Okay,
of money.
that one's kind of fucked. Okay,
Oof.
don't talk about my dog. I love my dog.
You gotta pay a lot of money if you want to do VR right now. So
I mean,
it's
I
kind of
feel
hard
like
for
I
people
mean,
to get into it.
Oculus Rift.
the Oculus Rift, the Volvo.
So what do you think, Spencer? What do you think? How long do you think they're going to go the console route? How long do you think that's going to keep happening? What do you think something's going to come that shakes? Spencer's the computer science guy over here. Like, we're going to create our own gaming company someday. Like, what do you think?
That
I'll
thing,
be the receptionist.
that thing Google's doing, that's something new.
That's pretty interesting, isn't it not?
So basically, you don't even need a brand new. You don't need a souped up computer to play a brand new AAA game at max settings. That's basically what they're doing.
That's pretty cool. I think that's user friendly too. There's a lot of kids out there that can't afford to spend the money. You know what I had to go through to get my computer? Nate broke his ankle, and I worked a minimum of 72 hours every week for like 2 fucking months. And then I was like, I'm so fucking weird with my money that I'm like, in order for me to spend $1,500 on a computer, I got to make double that in order to feel safe. So I saved up. I was getting like $2,000 paychecks because I was working so much. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I have the money. Let's buy this computer. Not everyone can afford that shit.
Oh yeah,
But consoles won't go away either though, because they're still $350,
Yeah.
$400. That's what most people.
I mean, yeah. Think
Consoles
about it.
have their place. I mean, kids with parents that, want to make them happy and shit, the kids will always be playing the consoles. It's better
like,
for the children.
To be honest, like when you really look at it, like think of how many kids nowadays that are like from the lower middle. Like, I'll be honest, I'm from the higher middle. I'm from the higher up in the middle. But like, think about it.
Kyle's family's got money.
Well, here's the thing though. Like, do you think that these parents who both work full-time jobs,
Yeah. You
Do
want
you
me to be
think-
honest about that?
Do you think what? What's the question?
Want me to be honest about that? You'd be surprised through my coursework and things that I study. You'd be surprised how many parents aren't actually interested in actually being efficient parents, and they'd rather just do what it takes through spending money to actually make their kids just shut the fuck up so they don't have to parent them. So,
Yeah.
yes, parents will spend money on the fucking consoles for the kids.
I feel like nowadays kids aren't really as loved as they used to be back in the day. Like, when you had a kid, you wanted to have a family, Like, I feel like there's just so many people nowadays that just have unprotected sex.
Kyle.
What?
From the time I was like 18 to the time I was 23, I never used a condom.
Yeah, well, you should protect yourself.
I do now.
Yeah, but like, think about it for a sec, okay? Like, think of how many parents have accidentally have had kids, and they don't love them. Like, they're just like, fuck, I made a mistake. I gotta deal with this now, Like, it's kind of sad. It really is. I feel bad for those people, but it's like, there's nothing I can really do,
But people, I think that's where the consoles come in for low-income kids, because we obviously went out the. We didn't grow up with much, but we always had the mom could afford the consoles eventually. We had the. What do we have? Super Nintendo.
We've had every
then we
console.
had the PlayStations, and eventually we got 360.
And to be fair,
But it's affordable. I mean,
exactly. To be fair, think
save
about this,
up and all
Spencer.
that.
How much was it to play the sports we wanted to play when we were growing up? Some of those sports were expensive.
I couldn't play.
We couldn't
Pop
play
Warner.
hockey.
I want to play Pop Warner football. Couldn't do that.
Couldn't play Pop
played
Warner because
Qantas,
it's too
that was
much.
free.
Because it was Qantas was free. It's cheaper to get your kids some video game consoles than it is to get your kids in any soccer program,
Especially the,
hockey program,
the
or
traveling
early
leagues and
football
all
program.
that. Like,
Wrestling tournaments for thousands of dollars. So, people want to sit around and bitch and complain about how terrible video games are. Well, you know what? It's cheaper and safer for your kids
And you can-
to go off in the little digital experiences
You
than
can
for
re-
us to
and you
shell
can
out their
regulate
money
it.
just to kids to be athletic and be healthy.
Here's the thing.
That's a problem.
There's always this conversation between would you rather have your kids at home playing video games and doing nothing, or them
streets getting finger fucked.
or doing drugs and behind?
Me and my boys were rolling out there.
Dude, we were out there doing kick flips and getting in fist fights at the bike trail, son. What you know about that?
I don't
You know about that, Kyle?
I don't know nothing about that.
Beating
what
kids in
bike
the
trail?
face of the bike trail.
We're
No.
going hard, playing football behind Price Chopper.
Yeah, football behind Price Chopper. See, that's the funny thing is, Spencer knows this, We still played sports. We still went out. We played
CYO, play basketball.
CYO, all this other
What's
stuff.
CYO?
I work full
Catholic
time,
Youth
go to school
Organization.
full time, pay all my bills, and still find time to play some video games at night. Video games are fun, man. You got any closing thoughts you want to say, Kyle? Anything you need to get off your chest? Any stories you want to tell?
I basically, man, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I have right now what I've been up to with just all this. Has
Yeah,
been,
what have you been
like,
up to, man? Tell the people.
on my whole vacation? You weren't there. I hanged out with everybody that wanted to hang out except for you. I was like, because
Yeah.
you're out in Washington.
I'm one of Kyle's best friends, and he's just fucking ditching me out of nowhere lately.
Well, I'm sorry. I have to do schoolwork, man.
That's not what you said when you're hanging out with everybody else.
That was on vacation. That was on vacation. Not
It's okay. I was in Maine with my cousin Jake on vacation. It was a blast. Got a crab roll. It was.
How was
we were
that?
drunk for 2 days straight.
dude.
Dude, it was a blast. The only thing that sucked about that
Oh
was
my
I didn't
God.
see a moose. That bummed me out. But hey, 20 some odd dollars though, $30 to get to fucking Maine and tolls.
And you got one from you got a thing from
Yeah,
Massachusetts or
got
whatever.
and on top of that, I got something in the mail from
$5.
Massachusetts on my way to see Darren. Shout out to Darren, love you, cud. Fucking dude, they can fuck off, dude. These fucking tolls, suck my dick.
Well, Evan, let me ask you this.
What?
What do you think about, just the whole, like, everything? Like, what do you think life is, like, about life? Like, do you feel like it's going anywhere?
What do you mean though? You got to give me context before we.
Like,
end
you
this
ever
shit.
have those, like,
It's always going.
well, do you ever, like, for video games, do you feel like that people are so easy nowadays to buy something, like, oh, it looks so cool, they'll just buy it because it looks cool or whatever?
Okay, what I will say is, yes, I agree with you. A lot of these people are so, honestly, you can kind of equate the video game craze almost to like
Anything. Like sports.
anything that people use to take their mind off the fact that, they have real world shit to take care of, whether it's drugs, alcohol,
Children.
anything like video games to an extent fills that void. What was the actual root of the question though? That's what I'm trying to get at.
I don't know. I kind of just, like, I was thinking, I got stuck.
Well, I'm saying people hate on the video games like it's the end of the world. It's like, yo, your kids could be doing fucking heroin. Your kids could be out in the street selling their bodies. Your kids could be getting in fist fights.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like parents nowadays, like, I mean, here's the thing. There's two
Dude, I heard
perspectives.
some kid fucking act like it was fucking some Al Gore fucking 2002 shit. I heard some fucking 17-year-old kid say the other day at college, like, oh man, the video games just make everyone violent. Suck my fucking dick. I was fucking violent when I was a kid and got in a lot of fights because I was just fucking angry. No video game made me want to go out and fucking do anything. Video games to me was just like how metal music and working out and training was to me. It was an escape. Video games are an escape, a place where you can go to have fun, just like how other people find their own little niches that make them have a fucking escapes.
What's the kid
Like,
that is
don't be
furry?
bitching because your kid likes video games. Your kid could be out fucking hurting people, killing people, doing drugs, not doing their schoolwork, all these other things, being very unproductive. The video games get a bad fucking rap, and it's fucking annoying.
How much does it cost if you have a speeding ticket? Like, how much does it cost if you have a Grand Theft Auto? Like, if you commit Grand Theft Auto, like,
dude, you go to jail if you commit Grand
yeah,
Theft
but
Auto.
think about it, like, the bail amount or whatever. Like, think how much money that is. Like, the amount of, like, people who say, like, video games are so awful,
What
video
I will
games
say
are
is
so
this,
bad.
though, to
It's
play
like,
devil's advocate to that, video games are amazing. But you need to have if you're going to raise a child, you need to find a fine line. I don't think there's anything wrong with limiting the time your kids play kids. We're grown as adults now.
yeah.
We handle our business.
And I
you
still
go to
social
school.
problems.
You go to school full time. Spencer was working part time and going to school full time. I work full time, sometimes more, and go to school. And I have a 3.5 plus GPA. I handle my business. I pay my bills, and I find time to play video games. There's nothing wrong with video games, and I think people are just fucking unintelligent and find shit to blame shit on.
I feel like everyone just has.
I think they do need to limit how much kids play
Yeah.
video games because there's more to life than video games. Kids need to learn the value of competition. They need to play sports, need to get outside, meet new people. They don't need to be in the fucking house all the
Well,
time.
now kids are getting competition from freaking video games.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between e-games and fucking actual
I know.
physical competition. But I think all parents. I mean, I don't have a child, but I mean, it's what I. The condition of childhood is something that I study in my coursework. I think that people need to find a balance between teaching your kids how to eat right, be active,
Yeah.
play video games, hang out with their
They're
friends.
definitely addicting. Video
There's
games.
they're addicting, dude. Kidding me, Spencer? I sat down one time in Cayuga 101, and my teacher, remember Jen Liddy? Remember
Oh,
we did that in Cayuga
yeah.
101? She put me on
Yeah.
the spot and asked me how many times I played video games in my life.
How many times?
How much have I played video games? So I literally go, do
You
you
come up with,
really
like,
want me to be
hours?
honest about that? Yeah. So I broke it down to how many games I've played 1,000 hours on.
Yeah.
I played Final Fantasy X 1,000 hours. If you combined all the Fallout games, I played those 1,000 hours. The Witcher games 1,000 hours. All the first-person shooters 1,000 hours. So if in a rough estimate, a year of my life almost I've spent playing video games.
Jeez.
But you know what else I've done? I've held down multiple jobs, full-time jobs, always worked, always paid my bills, always gone to the gym, trained full-time, work full-time, school full-time. I'm responsible and handle my business. I'm just savage and I don't sleep. You can still play video games and be productive,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say, Kyle?
I don't know, like just building off what you said, like I don't know. I feel like everyone believes that the world like they're entitled to something in this world where like because
Kyle's about to get off on the reservation right here. Keep going, Kyle.
people believe that like the world owes them something like oh my life's shitty because of video games, oh my life's shitty because I can't find another job when they're not willing to put the work in, you know. It's like
Bottom line is, if you're gonna sit around and blame the fact that you're not where you want to be in life because you fucking sat too long and play video games, that's your fucking fault. No one else's.
oh yeah.
It's not the video game's fault. Hawkeye, you got anything you gotta say?
I thought of my favorite game.
What was that? Wait, you got a favorite game of all time?
maybe
Dude, what is it?
not.
Yo, this is fucking epic.
Maybe
I've
not.
never
Okay,
said
stop the
shit
presses. I want to
about
hear this.
any of this shit.
It's not maybe not favorite all the time, but
Something that hits home for you.
Come on, you tell me.
I don't know if it hits home. RuneScape.
Oh no, yo, Spencer used to
I used
grind
to
on
play
some
that so
fucking
much. My friends
RuneScape.
make fun of me.
Dude.
No, dude, Spencer used to grind on some fucking RuneScape.
I played not too long ago too. They came out with a
Oh yeah,
2007
yeah.
version.
Did you get the
Real
Twitch
question
Prime
is, what
version?
you know about Wizard 101?
never played that.
That game I
I
haven't
remember
played.
playing that when I was like 10, 11, 12.
Spencer played a fuck ton of some RuneScape. He used to come in his room all the time when he was younger, just ruining it up, dude.
Bro, I remember like I used to play WoW with my friend.
I play a lot of WoW too, actually.
Do you really used to play WoW now?
No, I mean I played a
WoW
lot.
Oh, you
Sucks
played it
now.
back in the day.
Yeah.
WoW was
I'm waiting. That's what the game I'm waiting
Yeah.
for. A new MMORPG. I'm
Well-
getting bored of all the shooters and stuff like that.
We got a solid 2 hours in here. I mean, it's not, let's be honest, 2018 was a bad year for gaming, in my opinion.
2016 was the worst in my opinion.
2016 was bad. 2018 was bad. The end of 2019 has no choice but to be good because new consoles are coming out. We'll see what games. We'll know more as we go on. We'll have to do another one of these episodes probably this summer.
Yeah.
A lot of new shit coming out. Kyle, do you want to plug your shit?
Just
Supernova. Something.
Supernova, baby. Tell him, Kyle.
follow me at Supernova at twitch.tv, and I have a Discord up and running called Nova Core.
Don't make me join. Don't make me join the Nova Core.
Don't make us join Nova Core, dude.
It's fine, dude.
What games you guys?
We'll be in
play?
there like
Nova
swimwear.
Nova Core, we play everything.
Core. Oh, I bet.
I have to set, like I said, it's almost open. I just gotta finish tuning up all the roles and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spencer?
No, I'm not. I'm nothing to plug. Nothing,
Plug your. You
nothing
have
yet.
something to plug. Plug it.
I don't deserve the plug. I don't stream. I
Well,
gotta start streaming.
dude, I've been urging Spencer to start
Dude,
streaming.
I stream Minecraft. I think I feel.
You guys can find me at The Big Piece on almost all platforms. The THABIGPIEC. The Big Piece at YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. You guys can hit me up on Facebook. Soon, Spencer and I are going to sit down to make a Facebook page for the podcast. That's the Keep It a G Real podcast. For all you guys that listened, thank you. We love all you guys. We're going to start smashing these podcasts out Friday. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, Spencer and I and the D's are going to be on. We're going to talk strictly NBA basketball.
I won't be listening to that.
And that's it. So we'll holla at you. See ya.
See ya.
Peace.